It's cool. One way or another, we live, baby. We live.
Come on.
You.
Back off that real quick.
Yeah, definitely. What up? What up? We are live for Chicago, y'all. DM in the building. Had to make sure I got my times right because my hour behind on the East Coast, but it's all good. You already know Chi-Town. Hey, I'm not on the South Side, y'all, so don't even worry about it. DM gonna make it back home. No, they be worried about the big kid. But you already know, man. Thank everybody for tuning in to another edition, Coach's Corner. We got a good segment today. So I guess honestly, if you might be a little tender, might not want to tune in today because I'm going to dig into some real good topics. I'm going to dig into about, being realistic. Pause. Hey, listen, man, I apologize. Big pause. Oh, my God, you already know. We're going to tap into, being realistic with some of these young men out here. We're going to talk about, 7on7s is live now. So, a lot of guys are, getting ready to get themselves going. All-season programs are live now. So, again, we're going to talk about a lot of things, man. Reclass, of course. I know some 8th graders trying to figure out whether they should make the jump or they should, find themselves back. We're going to talk about it. But, hey, again, you know who I am. Big man on campus, the Monstar, DM football. Got to leave it for my guests. And my boys talk, they talk. Sheed, go on and run it down, man. What's your name? Where you from?
Going on, Coach Sheed, Paul Catholic High School defensive coordinator, also speed strength trainer, DB coach, receiver coach at our Pro Edge facility in Wayne, New Jersey. Just here, man. Another day, another night. You already know it.
You already know, and I know you kicking it into high gear right now. Like you said, off-season programs. So anybody that's looking for a good place to go, Pro Edge out in Wayne, North Pompton Turnpike, man, you better tap in, man. There's a lot of stuff. All ages, too. Youth, high school, and some of you college boys that's home that act like you know. Dan the man, go ahead and give yourself your own intro. You already know you're my favorite on the crew, though, so don't even worry about it.
That's crazy.
Let's go.
I just bought you lunch the other day. Now I ain't your favorite. That's crazy.
Hey, you can't buy your friends, Brandon. Coach Chamberlain, I am a Northeast Oklahoma coach, defensive, offensive analyst position. I've kind of done it all. Currently a couple of podcasts going, the football coaching podcast with Joe Daniel and the Coaching 101 podcast with Kenny Simpson, a couple places where we just talk ball once a week. Once for each of them. So I get to talk ball almost every night of the week right now. It's guys, the off season is the best season. Yeah, that's it, man. Chamberlain Football Consulting. There's you can go to the Patreon. That's the one. Patreon.com/Chamberlain Football Consulting. That's where you can find me and I can help you be a better coach.
No doubt. All season, so you need to have a lot of coaches tapping in, especially from what I was talking about off the air. You already know.
I just had support, not to cut you off. I just had support the other night.
He should have been home. Yeah. Because after that bowl game, should have tapped right in. Yeah. You already know. That's right, man. So this is the year. This is the put up or shut up year.
Yep.
So now obviously, I want to say the best for last, the engineer of the year. See how I clean that up for you, Brandon?
And I get
Brandon,
that
go
plaque
ahead
on
and
the
please.
wall. Damn, that shit gonna look nice up there, right there. So when she posts his 17 rings he got, I can go
Yeah,
ahead and I can point to the plaque. You know what I mean? We all
yeah,
got a little something,
engineer of the
something.
year.
Yeah.
But go ahead, man. Run it down, man. Tell them what Sand Sports is about.
Hey man, listen, Sand Sports is the network. Whatever you need, we got it. Some way, somehow. All right. Like you want to do a show, got it. You need help with your show, we got it. I got people in all different states you want to connect with, we got it. All right. Anything you want to talk about, we got it. We got it. Any way you look at it, we got it. And Daniel, I did watch your first show, your episode. You had the guys on there. I tried like 10 minutes. But it wasn't getting me because the music y'all was talking about, I ain't know nothing about none of that. So I commented, but I had to let y'all go because way over my head.
I feel you. And that show is growing so fast. It's so cool to watch it. We had like an artist on, like a musical artist, and it's not all sports, you know. It's connected to military more than anything. Got Dr. Sean Baker, the creator of the carnivore diet, is supposed to come on next week. So, hey, it's getting big. We're getting some big time names. So, little show growing, hopefully going to do big things.
Nice.
I feel you. And shout out to everybody watching. I know Raw just went on Netflix today, and everybody was locked in. The Rock opened that up. Shorty, that was took me back about 15 years. But shout out to y'all cutting y'all Netflix off to pay attention to us.
Listen, if they want their kids to get to the next level, it's the best place to tune into. All right. Or, you know, maybe you want your kid to be a movie star, so you might want to watch The Rock. Choice is yours. But like I said, man, we here, man, with a really good show. Obviously, as always, trying to give you guys the best hour that I love to try to give. Of course, my colleagues like 2 hours of our lives. And
2.5.
understand that this time is precious. So everything that we're giving out, please get a pen, get a pad, write it down, keep it, right? Share it to people. Make sure that everybody understands, excuse me, like what we got going on, because the information that's given out is very valuable, it's very helpful, and if you apply it, you will see the benefits. You will definitely see that. But again, B, it's on you. Talk about it. Where we going?
Talk about off season, right? Question: you're not the head coach. So, is there a way you can go to your coach and your head coach and be like, "Hey, I just don't think that this guy fits our program"? Is that liable, or
Is
do
the
you
guy
say
a coach or is the guy a player?
the guy's a coach? So let's just say that you just know that he don't fit. Is there a way to go to him and be like that, or is that above your pay grade and you just do your job?
Hey, I'll tell you this.
See,
good
you
programs
told me not to do stuff like that, and there you go.
Good programs are doing evaluations at the end of the year, and I think that needs to be one of the things in your evaluation is kind of not really rating the other coaches, but do you see an issue with other coaches? Because the head coach might not see it, especially if you get big enough staff. He may not see the OCDC, right? Like, I mean, he may only see them and not see the staff. It's got to be. I mean, we're grown ass people. Communicate. If you see something that ain't right, talk about it. My 2 cents.
So she.
I think Ed is right. You have to be able to have the open dialogue where it's not feelings involved and it's not personal. I think if you're a position coach and you have an issue with another position coach, it's how you present it to the head coach. I think that'll help. Obviously, if you're a coordinator, you're obviously going to have more of a leeway when it's come to evaluating your staff on your side of the ball. But I think if it's open dialogue and we're not in our feelings about it, you should definitely be able to have open dialogue. It's just how you present it.
Hey, man. There you have it. At the end of the day, like I heard Dan say, we got to be adults at the end of the day. That's our job, being an adult. You're not being an adult, then. What are we talking about?
Sir. Yeah, I know it's like some people are sensitive about that, like, and then nowadays, like, it's just not you voicing your opinion, and people were like, "Oh man, you trying to get me out of here?" Like, so let's just put it as you running something that don't fit the kids, and y'all giving up 50 points every week. And you understand, like, you going to him like, "Hey, I think we should try this," and then he like, "Oh, nah, I'm not doing that," and it's just like going overlooked. You know what I mean? So it's different situations, because it could be the situation of that you think that you know something different and they're not listening to you. You want to try something different, they're not listening to you. This person is doing sideways stuff behind closed doors, and you've seen it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different avenues that could go in. At the same time, because we had that a few years ago when I did 707. This guy wanted to come and help out, and he was helping out. He was cool, but like 3 or 4 weeks later, like, I see them trying to turn on certain kids, like trying to tell other kids don't follow this kid, and trying to like do like sideways shit. And I'm like, what we was doing? Oh no, I just think that he give us a better chance. But cool, if you think he give a better chance to say that, but you telling the kids don't follow this kid, that's not the way to go about it. You know what I mean? But I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it from different angles, from the outside looking in, from the inside looking out. The person standing next to me, I've seen it. I've seen it.
That's treading some muddy waters there too. If you got a volunteer that's coming on staff and then causing any negativity, you're probably not worth the problems if you're causing any negativity as a volunteer. You know.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. Nah, and then volunteers, they have a fine line them, the regular coaches, right? The paid coaches. Yeah. So, but I also know that for those guys, again, it's just knowing your role. I mean, I was a volunteer coach, so I understand what the role is and trying to not overstep the boundaries, because that's what you have to always understand, how to not overstep those bounds, and just knowing, and relationships are everything. Like, I mean, you might not have a good relationship as far as, personally, but you got to have a good work relationship, or there's no sense of working there.
That part too.
I think we as coaches are like terrible at communicating anyway. We're really, really caught up in this, like, I don't want to disappoint anybody, I want to make anybody mad. We get stuck in that even as grown people. So there's a world where I think we have to be able to open up and converse with people. Talk about your actual expectations, your actual intent. We got to get away from well, I don't want to hurt his feelings, or, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm a young coach and I'm not good at something, tell me I'm not good at it and show me the way. Show me a resource to get better.
That part.
Not everybody is driven, right? Not everybody's going to go find it on their own. So show them the way. Make sure they have a way to get. It's kind of like I learned as a young leader in the Army was, don't bring up problems if you don't have a proposed solution, right? Just saying, hey kid, you suck at teaching O-line and you're the O-line coach. That's not the way, right? Show them what they're bad at. How can they get better at it? Because if you don't know either, there's a possibility maybe you're just bad at it. Maybe their way is going to work.
Sir. You're taught to fear what you don't understand.
Yeah.
Taught to fear what you don't understand. Hey, DM, you look comfortable now, sir.
Yeah, listen, I told you,
you ready for the smoke
time.
now? You ready for the smoke now?
Baby. Yeah, and I'm about to get to this computer to make it even more sweeter.
All right, Daniel, you're a real reasonable guy. You know what I mean? I heard your logic over the years. All right, so you got a senior. He says, hey, coach, I can't make walkthroughs because my job put me on the schedule and I got to go to work. How do you handle this situation?
Number one.
Why you take that side like this, sir?
Well, because I saw this earlier and I was just thinking about how deep this can get and how many variables there really are. But if we're not talking week 1 of the season, what are we even doing here? Like, it's football season. The kid can't make a walkthrough during football season. If it's the off season, and I don't know exactly what you mean by walkthrough in this exact context.
So you play Thursday and walkthroughs on Wednesday.
Yeah. See, look, we've been in season. The employer has to know. I think we lean on kids a lot to be their own voice, right? We tell them, don't have your mama call me and tell me you're sick. You call me and tell me you're sick. I don't want to hear from your parents about why you need to miss school today. I want to hear from you. Now I may call and verify, right, with your parents because I need to make sure you're not going to be BSing me. But we lean on them a lot for that. But this is one of those situations where maybe the employer didn't believe them, maybe the employer doesn't know. But it's football season, man. Come on. Like, these are student athletes who then get a part-time job. So I think what I'm doing first and foremost is I'm going to the employer. I'm gonna go with the student and make sure, hey, just show me whatever your verification of a schedule is. Make sure they're not BSing me. And then I'm just gonna have to go to have a conversation with the employer. Like, that's part of that community support that we talk about, right? The community's got to support the team, whether that's in whatever way. And in some ways, it's just, you know, we need you to help donate to the team. We need you to maybe feed us once a season, whatever. But in this case, it's like, you can't take my kids from me in the middle of season.
So, are you on the fence with your kids can't play football and work?
No, absolutely not. They should be. They absolutely should be. Look, this is the formidable years of their life. They're learning how to be adults. What is it, like 80% of them or more are not going to go to the next level to play ball? So they need to learn how to be adults right now. Most of them aren't even going to go to college. See, so we got to prep them to be adults. And that's what you do as an adult, right? You've got to make time for work. You got to make time for play. You got to make time for family. You got to do all this. So absolutely, I think they need to have a job. But that job needs to understand what these kids are and what our schedule is. And we need to make sure as a coaching staff, we have that sent out, put it in a nice little email package, shoot it over to the employer. Like, these are the times I have to have him. This is from this date to this date. If we make the playoffs, I'll let you know, and it'll be, it extends to these dates.
Yeah. I mean, that's the mature way, a reasonable way of going about it. You know what I mean? Letting everybody know, a healthy line of communication. But I have talked to some coaches that be like, "Nah, my kids, if you got a job, then you can't play. I need you here." And
that's crazy, man. The game ain't that big. That's probably the same coaches that can't leave the office, that park their car there so the administration thinks they're working. Right?
Maybe out here fronting. You said they fronting?
I don't know. Not even at the front. They just don't. They haven't learned, right? That old grinding mentality. Not that it can't be successful, but it's not. You ain't got to do that anymore.
First one in, last one out.
Man, let technology help you.
Dinosaurs, man. Some people can't adapt like that, but you can't put a kid in a bad position. I mean, obviously, and I'm just speaking from the Jersey side, I think she'd totally agree with me on this one. If that kid has to have a job during the season, there's something really going on. So we can't really put him in a position where, he can't go to work, or he can't make the walkthrough, whatever like that. I mean, he can't provide for who we need to provide for. In my area,
you know what I mean? It could be your mother, your kid. You know what I mean? Like,
in my area, when I was coaching at Shabazz, man, if we'd have told this kid that he can't do it, then he'd have said okay, and then would have took somebody's car later on. Okay, like, it's just real life out here, and we can't be, like you said, Dan. You can't be to the point where you're that prehistoric. You can't, adapt to help young men. That's what the bottom line is. Like you said, some of these guys not even going to play on any level. The heck with the next level. So if this is what it's going to have to be, then guess what? Let them get those years and that time in. So that way, that job might be able to help him become, a little higher in the ranks once he graduates from high school, right? Like, who knows, man? We don't know what the future holds for people. We can't be dictating it just because somebody wants to win, a game. Sometimes you really have to say that sometimes. Like, it really is just a game. I know some people be thinking about it as a lot more, and a lot of feelings and emotions go into it, but it's a game. And every kid that we're going to have on our teams are not going to be kids that are going to play, that next level. Those kids are going to be great men, just anything other than football players, I guess is what I'm trying to say while I'm rambling and stuff like that.
Well, and man, you gotta think about all the variables. Which is hard to do sometimes because it's complex.
I was in a similar situation when I was in high school. And so much of me having a job, but long story short, my mother was in 9/11, so I'm a freshman in high school at the time. She survived, but now the responsibility falls on my shoulders of taking care of my little brother, my little sister. I got to pick them up after school. So there was some type of communication with my coach at the time where we kind of moved practice back enough time for me to go to pick them up and bring them back to the high school. So in that between time, they were able, they lift, study hall, whatever they were doing. So it gave me enough time to get back to the high school from picking up my little brother and my little sister, because that responsibility fell on my shoulders. So, I definitely agree with Dan where it has to be like a community thing where you're not giving the quarterback a pass because he's the quarterback, but you're working with him. So I think it has to be a combination of those things.
Definitely a great breakdown. I seen kids leave out of school at 10:30 in the morning. Where you going? I gotta go to work. What do you mean? You gotta go to school? No, coach, I gotta go to work. It was 11 o'clock. Like, what? And somebody was like, man, you never know what these kids going through. I definitely understand that. But so you gotta be to work. At the same time, you gotta be to school. And I mean, even to the job aspect, like you really put them on the schedule at the same time, you got to be to school. But again, like some of these situations it is crazy and is wild and is, man.
And that's crazy on the employer, because even as the employer, like I said, Coach Dan is talking about it, like community. You, the employer, know that person has to be in school at 10:30. Why would you even put them on that shift? Like, it's like little things like that, where it's like, all right, let me work with you. I know you got to go to school, so hey, look, this is the only shift, but I can change some shifts around, where you can come after school. So it's like we gotta work with these kids a little bit, because they probably don't have the guidance. That's the reason why they probably working at that time, because they don't have the guidance to actually help them navigate through that.
And he probably gonna be like, oh, well, they didn't care when I put him on the schedule. Fucking kid. What do you mean?
Right.
Look, some of them kids are playing ball so they can get a scholarship to better their life, right? Some of them are playing ball to get them away from bad situations.
What we got on the menu?
You can't take an opportunity away from them as a coach and say, hey, you can't coach with me.
Or is that me? And
not let them have a job and support themselves too. It seems very black and white in my, but I don't know. I guess some coaches are just different than me. Ain't that serious, my guys?
Hey, are you with us?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, because I don't know. You was talking in the middle, like he was behind or something. I don't know what was going on.
Oh yeah, no, I'm on my phone because the laptop was tripping.
Yeah, because you was like, "What we got on the menu?" And I was like, "Huh? We eating?
Nah, because it looked like Coach Dan is frozen on my end, like he ain't moving.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Crazy
what up
we got out here. All right, you want to go to Cam Newton now?
What was the other one?
You want me to post? You want me to just play it, or you want me to go Cam first?
Give me Cam, since I know Cam, since I know it.
You got a free shirt. Bad news is everybody ain't gonna make it. What type of team is this? It's an all-star team. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your parents. I don't care about nothing outside of winning. It ain't easy. We do not teach nobody how to do anything. We just enhance it. If you're a priest expecting to come to C1N and thinking I can turn you into a Porsche, it's just not reality. Act like you belong here. I'm gonna tell you how it is.
Boy, the power, right, of status, we'll call it that, right? And and I saw this video and I loved every word that he said, every word, because I understand that in the times that we're in, a lot of people feel like it is the free t-shirt era, right? Where we're all supposed to kind of get the MVP award. We're all supposed to be all staters. We're all supposed to be, the best, right? But like we said previously, we all not gonna be the best. Some guys are not gonna play after high school. Some guys are not gonna play after their freshman year, after their 8th grade year, for that matter, right? So, I love what he was letting them understand about nothing is gonna be given other than the T-shirt. Like that's it. Like once you walked in and you got to see one in T-shirt, that was the last of the giveaways. But what I want people to understand is this not just because it's an all-star team. That's supposed to be in life. And you got to think about it when you're talking about in each one of our teams that we probably already coached at. When you're talking about when we look at on TV on the collegiate level, the NFL level, it's impossible for everyone to be the best one. Some guys gonna rank up top, some guys gonna rank in the middle, some guys gonna rank in the bottom, some guys not gonna rank at all. It's just how it goes. But we have this notion, our society has transformed to have this notion that because I go to Coach Sheed and we up in here and I'm doing this grind and I'm working, that I'm automatically gonna be an all-state receiver or all-state DB. It's not kind of how it works. Okay, you have to be the best, and that means beating out people for the position, making sure that when you are at the number 1 spot, no one can take you off the number 1 spot. And if you're at the number 5 spot, you are challenging yourself, challenging people to move out of that spot. So now you go from 5 to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 2, and then to the next level, So, but like he said, if you were Toyota Prius, don't think just because you're wearing C1N, you're wearing DM, you're wearing whatever, that you automatically a Ferrari. No, you're a Toyota Prius, okay? You might be the water boy. You might just be the what they call a mandatory play kid, whatever. Like, it is what it is. It's okay. I always think people need to understand that these are just benchmarks. They're not, oh man, they're not like life sentences. It's not like your kid is the worst kid in life because he's not the number 1 receiver or he's not, the quarterback and stuff like that. It's just a benchmark. If your kid is going out to play a sport, any sport that is as well, then, and he's not the starter, then okay, he's not the starter. Be the best coming off the bench. Try to be the 6th man. Or if you're talking about football, try to be the 12th man there, right? If it's, one of those things where, I don't know. It's just, we have a situation right now in sports where everyone is expecting like the best. Like I'm expecting to be the best here. I'm expecting to be number 1. And why I'm number 1? Oh, because it's my child. He's your all-star because he's your child. He's not the world's all-star, but I digress. I open the floor, and if we want to play it again, because I'm telling you, it's many more points than that he do hit on. So I'm gonna let the guys have it. Anybody want to jump on it? Feel free.
I'm right on board with what he said there. Like this has become a look at the transfer portal. It's kids that as soon as things don't go the way, they're gonna bail and go try to sign up for somebody else's thing, right? I mean, he's at least telling them up front. At least it isn't and I'm assuming at this point he hasn't taken money, so it's not a hey, give me your $1,500 for the season or whatever, and now you never touch the field. He's not telling you that. He's telling you, look, you showed up, you got the cool T-shirt. Now the best of the best are going to stay and play. If you ain't the best of the best, you're not willing to compete to prove you are. Understand this ain't for you. I'm okay with that. As long as the expectations are communicated, I don't think that that's a bad situation.
Absolutely.
Right. Go ahead, she jump on it.
Nah, he took he hit it right on the head. Like he told you up front of what it is. Now it's up to you to go with that for now. You got to respect that. Somebody telling you what it is up front, you got to respect that.
Right. And I mean, but notice how I started off by saying, status is Cam Newton, right? So Cam Newton going to stand in front of you, seeing all of those people in the background. And I'm guessing because he has an all-star team, a national team and all of that, it's anywhere from about 200 to maybe about 500 kids probably trying to make the team from wherever level that he has it at, right? I'm going to jump on Will Hathaway's joint in a minute. But it's one of those things where just because it's not C1N, it's still the same rules. if it's DePaul, it's the same standard. If it's West Orange or wherever I was coaching at, it's the same standard. It was where you are, be at. What's that? Lake? What's the school like? I'm not remembering it, but I'll be fucking forgetting.
It's Reach. It's called Reach, but
right.
We doing
It's the same standard. Like everybody here is coaching in different places, and obviously because we're kind of we're here, but it is the same standard. Ain't nobody taking their time out of their lives to lose. Guys are working hard. They're trying to put your kids in position. They're trying to get them better today than what they were yesterday. But it takes everybody to understand that just because he got here, just because you dropped them off to practice, just because we won a state title last year and you're on the state championship team, that you're the guy. It don't work. It does not work like that.
Shit,
and like you said,
I paid $150 to play. My kid come to practice all week. My
You
kid need to start.
$150 to participate in the organization. See, that's the part where it get missed at. It's like, but I paid my money, right, to be involved on the organization. That didn't give you any. Paying money don't give you no type of. It's not like a video game. Okay, I'm gonna buy this many stars. I'm gonna add it to my player. So now he increases his. We're humans. We ain't video games. So you can pay whatever you want to pay. And this goes from the 7-on-7 world, the training world, the high school world. The amount don't matter. The grind, that's the only thing that matters. And then as a parent, understanding who your kid is. Like, you really have to do that. Like, stop coming to me and you're going like, well, he needs to make sure that he's playing this, he's doing that, he's doing this. But I think we talk about all the time, man, you got this badass kid with abs, you're taking him to Chick-fil-A. But I'm supposed to turn him in? He's supposed to be an All-American for me? Like, come on now, let's all be honest about what's really going on. So we have, and as long as there's a level of honesty, and that's what I do like about what Cam Newton, like you just said, Dan, he's upfront about it. It's a level of honesty, like, yo, look, this is what it's gonna be. So as long as that happens, you'll be okay. But I will say this, and the reason why some parents believe what they believe, because there's a lot of coaches that kind of do a lot of pillow talking in the game too. And they do that, don't worry about it. Their kid's the best kid. He's going to be all of that. If he's not playing, it's their fault. If he's not the man, it's that people's fault. Nah, man.
Yeah, bring him over here to me. Nah,
right.
Shit.
Come
over there.
The problem I be having though sometimes be the parent be sitting at the practice. And you done threw this boy the ball, you done dropped it 10 times. You done looked at how he looks and how the other kid looks, and he don't match the look. Like, you can see these things. Sheet, I think we was talking about this the other day. I said, it's amazing to me how people can be in the same room as high-level dudes and think that they're that high-level dude. I mean, I could never sit in a room with Shaquille O'Neal and think that I can be the big Shaq-tastic. Just because I'm a big guy and Shaq's big, don't mean I can go in the league and just start tearing it up. But these, I'll choose my words wisely, shit, because I know I told y'all it's gonna get technical, it's gonna get crazy today. Some of these people, right, believe that, again, the name of the location is what transformed my kid, instead of being honest and taking my kid and put him in position to transform him. But I'm gonna go ahead and back out of it.
Well,
We got some time
technically, if you giving me all this back talk and you ain't giving me what I want, I can go 4 miles down the street and take them to the other team, and I could tell them what I want my son to do. Because they don't have them. They don't have no kids over there.
You're right, and you can take them there, and we all know how it's gonna turn out at the end of the day. Yeah. Those that I have this little notion about my brand because I just love it so much. I'm infatuated with it.
Yo, stop. Come on, yo. It's a family network. You feeling on yourself and shit. Yo, you
hey, listen, man. Listen. Okay. Those that stay the course, bro, they fly. I'm sorry, and I'm not just talking about athletically, because that's what some people may think that it's about. No, not athletically. Those that stay rooted in what we call the DM village, they fly. Those kids are doing great as a man. They're doing great in school. They're doing great as an athlete because it's a family. It's not just something that you just come to, drop your money in a hat, and walk out of here and you're a great individual. No, you have to be in tune with it. I've been at Sheets training sessions, okay? Some of those sessions ain't for the weak, okay? Some of those sessions, some kids willing to jump off the ledge, B. I mean, screw this, give me, I don't want the money back, I'm ready to go home. Get your ass over here. Go your ass back in there and get that training. And he go in there, and guess what? The rest of the session is still a bad session. But there's a sense of humbling them and bringing that kid down, because we got a lot of people that pump air into these kids' heads, bringing that kid down to reality to where he is, and then you start to see the steps. Every time he comes back, it's a little different now. Every time, because of the village that's put together, you know. But hey, you know, so some people don't like villages. Some people like that, you know, one family house that's all the way out in the way. So, you know, cool. You know, I got me a complex, baby. It's a whole village going on around here.
Yeah, I remember back in the day. I don't want to sound too old, but where you had to try out for the team, and you couldn't wait to after school to see if your name was on that list.
On the paper. Yep.
And if your name wasn't on the list, see you next year. Figure it out.
What was wrong with that? What was wrong with that?
You know what happened? The people who never made that list are now running things around here. So making everybody happy because they never made the list. So instead of channeling that energy into, all right, you know what? I didn't make the list. Let me go work and get better. They become people that, hey, you know what? My son isn't playing over here. We're going to start our own team. So we should bring back the list, man. Look how we turned out from the list. I think we turned out pretty good.
I mean, but that's just how it goes. I mean, the funny thing is they're really good lists. You know, like the young quarterback, Derek Zammit. Derek Zammit went out to the Under Armour underclassmen game. Only the dudes was at that game. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the list. If your name wasn't on that list, you can't think about why I don't have 30 plus offers. I know the receiver / corner out of California, his name is Mustard. Anybody need to go check him out. It's about a 6'4", 6'5" corner, right? Like legit Alabama commit. He was down there too. So why would Derek Zammit also tore up the quarterback club? I forgot which one it was. He was one of the top ranks. Over the kid Malik Washington in Maryland. B, I know you know out of Archbishop. You know what I'm talking about? The red and white Archbishop Spalding. Malik Washington. Yeah.
Is it Curly, Archbishop Curly, or Archbishop
Spalding?
Right.
Derek Zammit beat him out. Is the best quarterback in our region. Okay. Now, that Derek Zammit kid got 30-something offers. Why would your son, that's a backup, get what he's supposed to get? It's a list. You're just not looking at the list.
We play at the same school.
No, you attend the same school. You play for the same team. But that don't mean you are the same. Man,
well, why did I bring him here then?
Guess what, Dan?
If you can't get my son the same thing.
It don't even be skin complexion to understand why they're not the same. Like, you're not the same for more than other reasons than the skin complexion, baby. Like, you're not the same.
So why I bring my kid here then? If you can't get my kid what you gave him, then why would I bring him here?
Well, because you clearly knew something about me that I didn't know about you. I didn't come get you. I put a post up online. That was for the public, you know, like the world. So hey, I got tryouts. I just put one up today for 707. I have tryouts. Pull up. I didn't say, hey Brandon, I need your son to come to the tryout, man. That kid, I need that kid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give you that. And if those coaches give you that and still don't play your kid and no kid don't develop, you know, take them out behind back. boom, boom, put 2 in his head, call it a day.
Whoa,
telling you, man. Like,
whoa,
Hey man,
calm
hey
down.
man. Look, she had to sign off on that.
Sir, we don't condone that kind of violence. Take him in the office.
By Cat Williams, y'all.
Have a conversation. Oh shit.
So hey, look, remember how Cat broke the internet 2024, right? I'm trying to break the internet 2025. Like, I'm letting people understand. This is gonna be the show right here. How Shay went up, we're going up. And at the end of the day, it's just the reality is the truth. You're not paying for your kid. Again, it's not a video game where you buy stars. Okay, I'm gonna add 5 stars on speed. I'm gonna add 5 on catches. How much am I paying for 7 on 7? 600. So I think I should get 3 more stars. Let's put it on height. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Okay, you bring me a kid at whatever height, whatever weight level, and whatever position he thinks he is. He comes into a real facility and he gets evaluated. He gets evaluated. Some people say, okay, listen, maybe you say he's a receiver. You know what? He is a really good receiver. Or he does really good speed and probably can be a really good receiver. You got to work on him. Or you saying he's a lineman? Okay, yeah, he is a really good lineman. We can work on him. But then you got some guys you can say, no, he's not a lineman, Mom. What do you mean? He played lineman for his school. He's not a lineman, Dad. What do you mean? No, he's not a quarterback, Dad. What do you mean he's a quarterback? He didn't play quarterback for my team. Part of the problem. Part of the problem is you got the team. You got a little invested interest in there. I like the fact that I don't be having any vested interest. It's about just the only interest I have is making sure that the kids get better. That's all it's about, for real.
I had a parent call me and she was like, Coach, I know he ain't played with you for a while. They put my son on the line. He got a block. Now, let me tell you about this kid. He can stand still and throw the ball 45, 50, 60 yards. He can't do a 5-yard pass to save his life. But the deep shots, oh, he got that. But if that dude, running back coming that wheel route, oh, he going to miss that by a mile. But let that wide receiver take off, and he's fast on his feet. When he get the ball, he go. He is a chubby kid, but he's quick and he's fast. Some people look at size and stick him on the line. And I like she was like, "Oh, he can come over there with you, and he can go back to his position." That's not how this shit work. It's not.
It depends on what age we talking about.
Hey, you know what? That is how it works today, Brandon. That's what you're talking about. That's what the transfer portal is, right? Like, I mean, top down. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
If you don't like the position you're in, go somewhere else. Unfortunately, I mean that's what it is right now.
Yeah, it's the reality of what we got cooking. You know,
she called you because she's going to be a mom that will take that kid out of a bad situation. He might learn something down there on the line. Maybe he might be terrible, and they go, "Son, you got to go find something else."
Hey, Dan, interesting question. All 11 guys on the field at some point are required to block.
Hey. Sprint even football, baby. That's just a
quarterback.
I'm just saying. So him playing the line, I mean,
sprint football.
I saw you, She. That's like the new thing, isn't it? If you didn't make it at one league, you go play sprint football, and you can be a lineman now.
Y'all doing too much on this show, boy.
No, but listen, I love sprint football, though. She, I really do. You know why? Because it gives a person a place. You understand this your place, this your world. You know, at the end of the day, even if we are entertaining sprint football is the way for a kid, then clearly you're not going to the NFL. So what should we be focusing on? Shouldn't we realign our focus after we get out of high school? That once we don't find ourselves on certain levels, that we start realigning, we go ahead and take that NFL dream, you know, put in the trash, and then we go work on being a man. I mean, eventually we gotta throw the dream away. I mean, like I just said, LeBron's 40, I'm 44. I'm supposed to go out there and be the best in the league just because we around the same age? No. Eventually, you got to be who you are. You got to be a man. You got to be a responsible adult. You got to take care of a family. I mean, is there anything wrong with just being an adult? Let me just sit like this. Go ahead.
So, I got a question. Swing off the topic. At what point do we have to start having real conversations that football might not be your future? And
I
a
have
kid
them
that's
every day.
but see, a kid that's really, really passionate about it, how do you break that spirit?
Is it breaking the spirit or just shutting them to understand what the reality of life is?
But I'm talking about one of the kids who bust their ass every fucking day. Like but you never know what a D3 school can turn
But
into for
all
them.
of that busting his
you better-
ass is helping him become a man. So when he gets older, knows he understand how to bust his ass to raise a family, bust his ass to have a house.
But
or
he in the
roof over his head.
mindset of I'm going to the league.
Exactly, because he's a kid. But we both can't be the kid, can we? That's the problem.
His supportive circle.
That right, and me being in the circle, I can't live his lie. I have to bring reality to his life. I'm telling my nephew. Well, she knows my nephew very well. Okay, my nephew is phenomenal. I love him. He's my guy. He's my goat. You know what I mean? We spent a lot of time from the time he was 7 years old to now. He's now 18 years old, graduating from high school right now. Okay. It was when he was almost in the 6th, 7th grade. We had real conversations like, I know you're kicking their ass, but it's gonna slow down, kid. Unless you grow, because that's kind of how it is. You got to grow in order to keep up with the physicality of the game. So unless you grow with, it's gonna have to start being a little realistic. And from the time he got to be a freshman, going into his freshman year, he didn't just go to the Penn State camp and the Syracuse camp. No, he went to the East Stroudsburg camp. He went to the Kutztown camp. He went to the who else had a camp? I believe around that time, Lockhaven camp. I tried to kill the whole PSAC for him. Why? Because I understood his limitations, and I was honest to him about knowing, hey, this is what it's going to probably have to be. We might have to start attacking Division II schools just based upon what you all have to offer as far as height and weight. Now here we are as a senior, and this height and weight is actually looking more sprint college. That's why I was glad we talked about it, than it is even Division II. But guess what? We also talked about, what are you going to major in? It has to be a really good major, so that way when you graduate from this school, you can actually either come back into education if you want. I got a lot of friends in there. We could probably get you somewhere there. Or you'll define a good internship and put yourself somewhere else. Either way, we're working on life at the college, which is getting a job, hopefully a career, right? Hopefully a career. We can make a good ton of money down the road, but that's kind of it. But if I wasn't honest with him and just let this, see what you say about 5'8", 150, something like that.
Yeah.
If I let this 5'8", 150-pound kid believe he's going to the NFL, well, who is really responsible now for it don't work? But then when the chips hit the ground and it don't work, don't nobody come around. You know what they be doing? Yo, man, you going to school? They be gone. MIA. All you see is the kid. Because all you see is the kid. You don't even see nobody else. All of the guys in the pictures, all of the supporters, all of that stuff that was flying around when he was in Little League and in high school, you see all of that. But when he get to that time, when the show stop playing for him, the cameras ain't rolling, it just goes black.
Over. Yep.
It's over. And now he's out there trying to figure out, maybe I go drink, but they just passed that rule. See, I get 2 years for free. Dude, you're still 5'8", 150. It doesn't change anything.
Right.
That's just me, man. Hey, B, they're not all dimes. They're not all shoes, man. They're not all bees. Like I said, you got a lot of agents out here. You got a lot of people that's not down for the cause, but it is what it is. Live from Cat Williams.
Nah, you definitely have to have those real life conversations and have it to where you're not really killing the kid's spirit, but you letting them know, man, we're using football. We're not letting football use us. So we're gonna use football to open all doors and all possibilities, right? And yes, NFL can be one of your possibilities, no problem. But we got to be realistic. Like I have one of my guys now. He's, talking about Tank, the linebacker. He's 5'8", 160 pounds, 3-year starter, over 300 tackles. He's going to the University of Chicago. When he graduates from there, he's 6-7 figures already. Because, the NFL is just not in your future because of your height and size. It just is what it is. But we had those conversations before he even got here, and his parents did a great job of help him understand that. Like, listen, man, we're going to maximize our high school career to put us in the best position to go to college for free, all right? Play and have a great experience. That's the ultimate goal. And whatever happens after that, great.
Hey, great. It's house money at that point, you know?
Mhm.
And then you just want to, if it was me, again, like I said, I kind of gave that football career up a long time ago. Sheed had a long career, to be honest. That's why he's the man. I'm just a guy that hangs around him. At the end of the day, man, just to have an opportunity to play some football after high school, like that's got to be dope. That's got to be dope because a lot of guys don't get to do that. And then no matter what level it is, I got a young man, Drew Robinson. Drew Robinson went to St. Peter's Prep, won a state title with them. On same side, on same field as Cody Simon, that's playing over at Ohio State right now. Okay, and he went to Susquehanna, Division III school. His last 2, I think, or 3 years in Susquehanna, they was playing deep into Division III playoffs, and I believe they got 2 conferences out of the whole thing. They love him out there in Pennsylvania. Like he's like the man, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where you're like, I mean, isn't that dope too? Like, why does playing in the NFL have to be dope? Why can't we just get a job in the NFL? I mean, 5 years. Let's see. How can we break it down? 5 years of playing in the NFL for potentially $1 million. 5 years of playing in the NFL, potentially $1 million, or 25 years in the NFL, long time pension. Your head ain't all jacked up. Your body's really healthy out there, right? Like, why not? What's the difference? You still get to go to the big time games. You got all the sideline access. You sit around all of the millionaires and everything. Why is that not like a goal? Like, why do we don't talk about that? Like, you just want to make it to the league and play in the league. You don't want to like be you don't want to be the agent. You don't want to be like. I just looked up the other day. I think head of security make 115, 135. I'll do that right now. You telling me I get to sit around? What? Travis Hunter about to get drafted, right? No. Who we talking about? Shador might get drafted to the Giants, right? So you telling me I get to hang around Shador? What? And do security? Guess what? And ain't nobody doing nothing. All I gotta do is walk these dudes out when they get cut. Man, sign me up, bro. Sign me up.
Sir. So,
Oh, there he is. Man, y'all said I look
Oh,
comfortable.
shoot.
Jesus Christ.
There go the
This guy got
neighborhood.
his feet up. There goes the neighborhood.
Chill. Oh man, I'm just listening to you guys, and I'm. First of all, what's up, fellas? Y'all got a good thing going on here right now. Just listening for the last half hour or so, so I just figured I had to hop in here a little bit. Yeah, the people in our circle on the youth element, I'm pushing more. I want to see less offers and more graduates. All right. So I see, this person got an offer, this person got an offer, this person got an offer. I want to see more graduates. And a big thing that's going on now, of course, everybody knows, is the reclass and right grade, right, all of that stuff. But I made a comment to say, okay, well, why not, instead of going to school for 5 years to play football, or 6, or whatever the new rule is now, go 3 and be an agent. Take up sports medicine, sports management,
Kinesiology.
business management. All of that kind of stuff is sustainable and is a long-term career.
And you get season tickets hot for free.
I think that's the route that more people like. I tell
Millionaire
people
autograph
that
free.
all the time. I tell people that all the time. Look, everybody need an agent. So you sitting up here trying to have big dreams at certain things. That's cool. So what's your backup plan if that don't work? Oh, nobody has a contingency plan. So talk to your
Ooh.
street agent or your agent or your tour guide or whoever you want to, whoever is in a mentorship role, get assistance with it because I'm not expecting a young child to know.
Right. And the
Who
other
are you
part
talking
is,
to?
as much as they be on Instagram talking about, you know, I don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory and all that other stuff, as much as they be on TikTok trying to learn how to dance, you
Oh
know,
man,
the Don, all of that stuff, as much as all of that stuff,
yeah, all that's cute.
the
It's
same,
not.
but the same networks, if you typed in average height, average weight, those same networks will give you, give you the look. They give you
Don,
the
I swear I've
charts.
been looking for that. I've been looking for that sheet. I know it's in we got 1,000,001 emails and texts among us.
Mhm. No,
It's in there
I
somewhere.
got it. I keep it in my favorites because I'm always
I gotta put
around.
it there
So, you
because
know,
it's
and then I
ridiculous.
mean, it's one of those things where I got a kid, you know, he's 5'9" or 5'10". He's like, you know, 300
Hmm.
pounds. And it's like, yeah, I know he's big enough to clock that hole. He can play in the A gap on any level. You know, he can play on the A gap on Division 3. That's about as far as it's gonna go. Trust me. You're hating on my kid. No, come on. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm glad I got this laptop. I'm gonna start bringing this laptop out there. I'm like, no, come on, why? Look, come on, let's do this. I'm gonna spend some time in here. I'm gonna type up a school. I'm gonna be like William Patterson, New Jersey. You're gonna see the average heights. Like, oh, okay. Then I'm gonna invite them out to get some drinks to go watch a football game. Because playoff football now, right? And then when they introduce their name, you know, Don Massey, so Alabama 6'3", it's all right there. I don't know why they be confused. These same dads and moms be watching the game every week. And the guys be announcing themselves, you know, yo, Russell Douglas, West Virginia, New Jersey. And they be saying like 6'3", 200-pound corner. And you be going at home looking at this boy like, yeah, he can make it. He 5'5", 150. How that sound like 6'2", 200? When did 5'5", 150 sound like
You don't
6'2",
see
200?
you don't see 5'9", 280 quarterback either.
Unless it's dad's team. Dad's got it all. But you know,
But
JB,
I mean,
and
there's a
all of
lot of
this came from
appeasing
Cam
going on. There's
Newton,
a lot
huh?
of appeasing going on. There's a lot
All
of
of this
appeasing
came from
going on.
Cam Newton, letting people understand that the once you sign up and get the free T-shirt, because I saw what you put in the Facebook, right? Most of the comments is, you know, what do I get with my money? Well,
Oh my God.
but guess what? If you read, it tell you what you get for your money. See, that's the part I always be confused about. It ain't no hustle. You hustle yourself. It be right there. It say uniform. it say it be like uniform. It say, you know, all the cleats and the gear,
Insurance.
the insurance. It say all of that. And then in another spot, it'd be like mandatory 5 to 10 plays guaranteed. That'd be all you be getting. And that's if you pick those organizations. Some organizations don't
That's
even have that clause. And some high schools damn sure don't have that clause. So ain't nobody be beating for why my kid ain't playing. He ain't good enough.
a lot of that though. A lot of that comes from. I heard you guys mention it earlier. It comes from false promises and pillow
Mm-hmm.
talks and all that stuff. And a lot of them be the coaches that be on the staff. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
your son should be here, and them the same ones that's backdooring. So it'd be a lot of that. Everyone thinks their child is the all-star. Like you said
Right.
earlier, yeah, you're all-star to you, it's all-star,
Right.
but not on this
And he
team.
should be.
So,
Your
and it should
child
be, yes.
should be your All-American. Trust me. Your child should be the best ever. Like, I get that part. But there's also another part where your child can't be the best whenever. If everyone child, and I said this earlier, if everybody child was the best, right? And I only can play 11 guys, who gonna sit on the bench? Everyone's the best.
I don't know. It
So
ain't gonna be me. I'm
Who gonna
I'm
play?
I'm I'm one of the best.
how can I play them all if everybody's the best?
How can you tell if
That's
he's the
just
best if there's no
unrealistic.
worse?
How you gonna have 9 wide receivers and no
Everybody-
linemen?
So everybody's good, but nobody's bad. But in the
Yeah.
world,
You know how? Because he lit it up in 7-on-7. So he should be the starting quarterback in high school because he lit it up in 7-on-7.
Yeah.
He
Tell
lit
him,
it up.
Daniel.
but
He
you
said,
know what? Though? Hey, Hop,
I got all the balls out in 3 seconds. I hit all my targets. You know what I mean? I
No.
stood in the pocket. I was standing
But
I
still.
didn't get sacked.
At
I didn't get
all.
sacked.
fellas. But guess what? At least that guy y'all talking about did that. I know guys that ain't do that. He's sitting on the side in 7-on-7.
Roll out of bed.
But then he got all of the dope pictures. Okay, because that's all that matters, right? You got all of the
Who
dope
knows the
pictures.
best? Who knows a great videography?
You got all
Hey,
of
listen.
that. Okay, got all of that.
I'm
shit,
hiring videographers for my program this year.
Shut up, wrong
That's the
show,
number one.
my show. Shut up, wrong show. I'm talking. I can't believe this stuff I've been saying. Hey, Dan, I don't know if it be.
It's the right show, Don, because that's what it's about. What are you talking about?
You're right. But
Everything
Dan,
is about video.
I don't know if it be basketball trainers that are now football trainers that are basketball and football trainers. I don't know. But some of the stuff that I be seeing, if you go up against some of my dog corners, I'm talking about
They low
high
lights.
flyers. You know what he gonna do? Boom.
Good night.
Because everything is not a highlight. Everything is a video.
You do that in the game. Because guess what? While you right, your quarterback going, whoop, whoop. Didn't we see it last night? How many times Sam Darnold hit the turf?
Oh my God.
And Justin Jefferson, nothing. Them boys from Detroit. Come on, man. What you talking about? I don't care how many shiny chains you got on. I don't care how big your little earrings is. Tonight, it's over for you. And I love that. That last night was the story of and just let me say this again, fellas. Justin Jefferson he tough. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But that night was different between the real and the fake. That's what that was. That night was guys that say, I don't care about, the flash. I don't care if the camera's on tonight. I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability tonight. And yes, I know you are all of this and all of that. But tonight, I'm not having it. I'm shutting it all down.
They play aggressive, man. That Detroit team, I think that's probably the only team that should scare the Eagles.
They played real football last night. I don't want to get into like football all around the world, but this is a contact sport, okay? About physicality, gladiator sport. That's what they did. Like they didn't make it no fancy schmancy type of sport where I don't really want to hit him because he's my friend. No, I ain't no friends tonight. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to get the bonus. I'm trying to go get the bye. So guess what? I want it more than you. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna show the world what it looks like tonight. Tell you what it is.
I don't think it's a lot of. I think in this day and age, that's one of the problems. There are not. This era is not a lot of that. I think it's more. I pass the plate.
A lot of toughness.
I'd rather tuck my tail and go somewhere else, and then rather than compete.
Yeah, there's no such thing as mental toughness no more. But the parents in that household, let me do this. The parents in some of these households, they're not the COO of the company, are they? So why they ain't leave their job, right? So you ain't the best in your own world, right? Why you ain't leaving your job to go to another job? You got to pay the bills. Because reality is you do what you have to do so that way you can get what you need. That's the reality. And we need to start speaking reality to our kids and to our future. Or you're just going to have a bunch of, I ain't going to talk about it, man. Cat Williams,
Yeah, it's everything is microwave now, so it's kind of like it's tough. And what I'm realizing too is the shortage of mentors out there right now. A lot of people don't even want to Coach. A lot of people don't want to. Head coach, forget about it. Oh no. But
I'm gonna say this, man. A lot of people burnt out.
yes,
Some people
absolutely,
burnt out, man. Some people
absolutely.
really have given everything that they could have given, and they burnt out. And it's
Yes.
not because of a financial state. It's really not. It's because honestly of just mentally trying to give people everything that you know that they need, and then
Yep.
they go the other way.
Yep.
Okay. I have this phrase I say all the time, and Hawk, you hear it a lot. You might have heard it a couple of times. Dan, check this out. Dan, if I'm having heart complications, I do not go to the auto mechanic. He's in charge of my oil change. The doctor is in charge, or the cardiologist is in charge of all of this right here. Okay. But some people nowadays, they take advice from people who have no type of credibility. Like, and when I mean credibility, I'm not talking about who he is as a person. I'm talking about show me the coach facts, not the card facts. Coach facts. Show me coach facts, man. How many guys, if you have a kid 5'9", 150, how many of those guys you got that do well at the high school? Can you tell me? No, or sorry, coach, I gotta go. Like, look, we gotta start asking the right questions. And remember, that was something we used to talk about before. People asking the right questions, not just a question. Okay, every question ain't the right question. Don't come to me like, oh man, state championship 4 years in a row. Look, looking up here and then go, you gonna go to this school. Hey, what you just put your head down for? He down there. You want him to go to the school? You talking to him? All right, shoot. The lights got to be on everywhere, right? Well, we don't want to be in the dark. The lights got to be on everywhere. Bring them on in. Fuck it. You don't understand what it looked like? Yeah, this is going to Ohio State. This is going to Notre Dame. This is going to Syracuse. This is going to UMass. This is going to, like, I got it all. I got it all. But you can't come here and expect that to go where those go. Those have a different home. Those have a home too. You
There's a
gotta be
home for
honest about the
everybody.
home. Be honest
There's a
about the
home for
home.
everybody.
Or he'll
There's a
be
home for
home.
everybody.
Or he'll be home. How about that, huh? How about that? Since people be having these living through their kids stuff anyway. Well, there you go. There go Junior. Gone with your dad. You know what I'm saying? Or doing the ones who be married to the other ones. Hey, here come your king. There you go. Have at it, love. Have at it.
Emotional.
On my
Emotional
side of the
answer.
fence, we winning. 25, we alive. We winning around here. Come on, she. Don't let me talk all night because I'm long winded like a pastor, baby. Dan, jump in here. Y'all better shut me up.
You rolling tonight, man. I can be Robin. I'm good. You rolling the flex.
I'm in the shy, baby. It's only right. It's only
Yeah,
right. I'm in the
man.
shy, baby. You already
That
know.
alcohol different on the other side of the world.
Who is drinking that? Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
These are
he
called
cooking.
uptowns. Have you had an uptown before? See, in Maryland, Arnold Palmer is probably what y'all call it down there. Okay? We call it uptown or Jersey. All right, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, but going into asking the right questions, I try to empower some of our middle school parents that's going into high school, right? Because everyone always talks about, all right, you got this guy, he's going to Alabama, he's going to, well, what about the others? You got a team of 83 kids. I know you got this guy going to Rutgers, Ohio State, Bama. What about the others? Because everybody on your roster is not going to these type of schools. So what's your ratio? What's your graduation rate, and where are those other kids going? What packages are they getting as far as their college financial aid? All right, are they going to school for little or to none on these different level of schools? So it's not just we know we see the highlighted kids, the kids that's going Division One. But
Right.
every high school has 100 kids going Division One every year. It's not how it works. So instead of you want to inquire about those kids, but you want to know about the other kids that's not going Division One. Do they go to school? What's the rate of the schools that they're going to? What levels are they going to? What's their financial aid package? How are you guys helping those guys get recruited? Like, those are the questions, I try to help the parents of middle school kids going into high school ask, because now it's going to put the onus on the high school coach that's, talking to you. But if you only make playing time or financial aid your two priorities, that's what the coach is going to make a priority. So when things get rough for you, well, ma'am, sir, you only asked about playing time and financial aid. You didn't ask me about academic support. You didn't ask me about, so they only going to make important what you make important.
Yeah, that's all of that is factual, and everybody better get that D1. You in middle school and high school and all that. Nah, you better widen your horizon. You better widen it out. These new rules ain't. Better you better widen your horizon.
So I got a question for the group here as we see the JUCO 2 years no longer counts against your eligibility in NCAA. Where are we going to send our kids now? Do we send them off to get a couple years development, maybe some NIL opportunity at the JUCO level, or at least to build their clout to gain NIL when they hit FBS, and then go on? Or are we really still worried about getting those D1 offers right now? Do I
JUCO
want
will
to
be
send
the
them
new
to
Division
a
2.
D1 scrub, or do I want to send them off JUCO and get them 2 years for free?
JUCO will be the new Division 2. There you'll see. You'll really start seeing JUCO powerhouses now. Like I believe it's gonna take over a nice realm of athletes and things like that, because that's pretty much what's going to be the pipeline. I think you do 2 years of JUCO. You only got 1 year of college to do before you're eligible for what would be the NFL draft or whatever. But I think that you're about to see a high influx of. It's twofold, because it's kind of like a easy way out, so to speak, but it ain't easy. I just It's just extending your years, like for real. Like it's if you're gonna go where you belong. I'll put it that way. If you belong in a JUCO, you're gonna go to JUCO. If you belong in Division 2, you're gonna be in Division 2. But I think it's gonna be a lot of influx of kids going to the junior college circuit to try to. I think that's gonna be their path. They're gonna try to make that a path, and I don't see how that really works. But hell, if you do if you academically, it's a great thing to do. I would go to JUCO 2 years, and hell, you graduate from regular school, whatever school you go to, whether it's D2, D3, whatever. I mean, do D2, D1, whatever. After that, and you got 2 years of academic, you got to cover, but you got a whole 4 years of NCAA football. So you could mess around if you're smart and get your damn master's degree from whatever school you go to after JUCO if you want to further pursue something, if you want to.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for the high school kids, because just speaking from, I coached JUCO junior college from 2008 to 2013. So during that time, yes, it was, you had your high school guys that you can develop for the 4-year university. You had a few bounce backs. And so what I mean by bounce backs is, let's say you got a kid at Florida State, he's messing up in school, he'll bounce back to junior college, get his stuff together, get his credits together, and then he'll go back to, the 4-year university. Well, now with the portal, it's going to be an influx of bounce backs because the portal is so big. So in order to empty out the portal, and this is just all my opinion, to empty out the portal, you have to incentivize kids to go to JUCO. So hey, listen, this is too many people in the portal. There's 3,000 people in the portal, and at this point, JUCO is not as popular now anymore because because the portal and because of prep schools as well. So there's an influx of prep schools. So high school kids will go to prep school before they go to JUCO. So now it incentivizes all those kids in the portal to, hey, just go to JUCO. We got to empty this portal out. Go to JUCO. If you go to JUCO, it won't affect your years. Whereas before, if you bounce back to JUCO, it affected your years. So nowadays, to answer your question, Dan, it's still tough for the high school kid.
Hey, the high school
Very.
kid he's getting
Because you
raw
ain't gonna
right now.
you ain't gonna be able to listen. That JUCO circuit, tough man. You've been there.
Now you're
because
going
of the bounce backs.
25-year-olds, and now you're going against a 25-year-old bounce back from Florida,
Right.
and your 18-year-old junior college is not going to worry about developing you. And this is why it's
Right.
trickling down to, as we always talk about,
Yeah.
right?
I think
Now it's trickling down because now my kid has to be older to even be able to compete. Because even if I take the JUCO route out of college, I got a 27-year-old. I remember when I was coaching JUCO, I was 22, 23 years old. I had a receiver that was 26. He older than me.
Ain't no more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be even tougher for the high school kids
Right.
going to JUCO. So that's a tough question, Dan, of where to trying to funnel your kid. It's tough.
it's already a struggle right now because look, we don't all have D1 kids, but D2s are full of D1 kids, and D3s are full of D1 kids, and JUCOs
Yep.
are full of D1 bounce backs.
Yep.
Where do old D3 players go? Where the hell am I supposed to let my kid go to school at to go play ball and get a scholarship? This NIL and transfer portal has not only decentivized, it's taken away the priority of getting an education, but now it's removed the ability to just get a damn education from a lot of kids.
Yeah, and now it's almost, you have to almost preach it now, because let's take a school like RPI or Hobart. They may not get those Division I portal bounce back kids, but those type of schools are high educational schools. University of Chicago, those are. So now you have to change the habit of what we're preaching to these kids now, to where it's D1 or bust. Now it's your academics better be at a certain level, because even if you end up going to the Division III level, your grades gotta be in the 4.2s and those type of things to even get into like I said, a Hobart, University of Chicago, RPI. These are high educational Division III schools that you really have to have good grades for, and they may not get those portal Division I bounce backs.
Guess what? They coaches get paid. They coaches want to win too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's not even talking about the social element of it. You know how it get down at JUCOs, man. That you
5
pretty
dudes
much
in one
independent at a lot
apartment.
of
Figure it out.
I was just talking to somebody about that today, about JUCO life. It's different.
That's a real thing, man.
It's different.
Does it stay different though, or does it have to get on board with everything else to handle this influx?
The only way would be the money. If the money,
I think it's going to get better.
No,
I think it's going to get better.
On the money. It depends on the money. See, the biggest thing is having money. Like playing case, we all been to certain different schools, right? Been to Division I schools, Division II, Division III, Division IVs, right? Well, JUCOs, NILs, all of that, right? Here's the thing: all of those schools look different as you start to kind of start dropping down in ranks because of the money that's invested to them. Okay, so the situation really got to be one of those things where, unless there's a high level kickback, you know what I mean? Going to that JUCO rank and someone, that already kind of got some of this NIL money, so he's gonna probably bring some pub to the school and everything. But that's what you would call, and she would understand what I'm about to say, D1 JUCOs. See, people got to understand that part too.
Yes.
Let that out. See, they just said JUCO.
Yeah, my school is a Division I JUCO. So a Division I JUCO just means you can kind of pay your players. So we broke down our scholarships. We have full scholarships, partial scholarships, and that just was your financial aid. Now the full scholarship kids, they were getting like $200 a week. That's the full scholarship kid. But what I think is going to start happening now, in the recent years, we've seen an influx of prep schools, different prep schools just popping out. I think what's going to happen
Mm.
now, you're going to start to see an influx of junior colleges being started again.
That's what I said. Yeah,
That's exactly what's going to happen
it's
because
gonna be an
it's too many
influx,
kids.
and it's gonna be a big money thing, and they're gonna get funds and all of that other kind of stuff. Automatically, you're gonna start seeing different types of funding going to these JUCOs. That's what I mean. It's gonna be more powerhouses and all that other kind of stuff. It's it's probably gonna be more popular than Division Two
Well, it's just going to be, and
or
again,
just as
right? Because again,
FCS.
everything we're talking about is everything we're talking about is the reality of like the levels of what's going to happen. The part that we
Right.
keep missing, or we're not missing, we're just not talking about, is the fantasy that the parent and the kid is believing. See, like some people don't want to go to that JUCO level because they keep supposed to be better than that. Because if that was the case, they would go to how can I make it lit? They'll go to Barringer. You playing? You playing? Right? What are we talking about? You can't get into Florida State, so you go to ASA in Florida, right? See, I think it's ASA Florida, and you hope to 2 years there bounce up to Florida State. See, trust me, it's not against you. You know, I love you, boy. You can't play in the non-public. I'll say that. So you don't want to go over here, tear them up for 2 years, and then go over there? All I did was just take the college equation to the high school. I mean, it's the same thing. I could be wrong. Dan, I could be wrong. I don't know how it is. Okay, you know whether what people down there rank is high football, low football. I guess what we say like class 5 or 5A ball.
We've got like 6A down to C. But
Okay,
Mm.
so you're not playing on the 6A. You want to go down to C, get your feet wet, get warmed up, tear it up a little bit, then come up. Or go down to C, you might not get your feet wet. Hey, there go my girl. Not getting your feet wet. And so you just stay in C and make a living at it. Everybody, please, I want y'all to welcome my sister, my most beautiful guest, because I don't like y'all like that. Miss Tonette right here, Tonette O'Neal. Tony, how you feeling, girl? Live from the A, huh?
I'm doing well, bro. How you doing tonight?
Well, just trying to educate those that want to be educated. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, I want you to understand who Miss Tony is. Miss Tony is one of the, like, how can I call it without trying to big her up too much? I just love bigging y'all up. She's one of the female basketball, actually men's too, because her son Zaire Hakeem, all of it was crazy. So basketball gurus, in my opinion. She ranks as one of the top people that know what they know when it comes to getting your child from the younger level to the high school level and beyond that. Okay. And again, we just got a special guest here. Tony, I know you've been chiming in, listening to what we've been talking about as far as these kids making decisions, talking about being realistic with them. Help me understand, how did it go with you and your Cubs and what you had to deal with?
First of all, hello guys. How y'all all doing? And the thing that I'ma drive wholeheartedly is this. Um, one of y'all coaches said it. These parents trying to live through their kids.
Mm,
And the
mm.
thing about trying to live through your kids is that, see, for me, I had my own championship first. So
Ooh.
in my house, we had a table that you couldn't sit at the table if you never won anything, as far as a championship in any sport.
And she, that's goat shit. That's
In
goat
any
shit.
sport. So my husband won on high school, collegiate, and international level. My oldest son won on high school, college level. My middle to the next oldest one on high school, college level. My youngest one on high school, college level. My daughter won 4 straight years at Shabazz, 2 years on the college level, as well as myself. I won in high school and on college. So in our house, and again, I agree with everything you're saying because these parents will have their kids believing they're better than what they are. To my man Don Massey, Mr. Dream Minds himself, he'll tell you every morning. My daughter was one of the tops in the state in the country. But what people fail to realize is that as a parent, is your child getting up at 7 a.m. in the morning to work out before she go to school, then after school go to practice, then after practice go to her shooting coach, then go
Mm,
home, get dinner, then go to
mm,
bed, and then do the same thing all over
mm.
again and do it with boys.
Zaire.
Woo-wee.
Zaire.
Yes, you
Uh,
already know. You
So
already know.
when people were saying to me, "Oh, you think your daughter better than what she has?" No, my daughter worked for what she want, and I feel if you work for what you want, you'll achieve what you want. But you got to work for it. Now these kids is like somebody said, the microwave generation. I don't need to work for it because my name speaks for itself. So as my name speaks, you should automatically say I'm good, but I don't have to prove to you I'm good by working for it.
Mm, 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 mm.
But I
yeah,
believe
that's how it
everybody got
goes.
to work for what they want. If you want it bad enough, it got to be so bad where you wake up and you eat, sleep, and dream it, go back to bed, wake back up the next day, eat, sleep, and dream it again. And a lot of these kids ain't doing that no more.
No,
I look
because
at the young lady
that
at
parent
Rutgers.
sacrifice, that was a parent sacrifice for you too.
Right. Yeah, because I tell parents when I go to camps and talk to parents, I tell parents you two things. You a movie goer. Why are you a movie goer? Because everywhere your kid play, you paying.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and
Mm-hmm.
you the Uber driver, because everywhere they gotta go, you driving them. I
Mm-hmm.
said to kids, but I also say to kids, do you ever see people in a theater screaming at the screen and the person in the movie listening to them? No, because I told them they parent only worried about them. I told them the coach is the director of the whole thing. See, the coach is worried about the whole movie. Your parent only worried about one actor in the movie. And you
Mm,
can't listen to the
mm,
people on the sidelines because they ain't the one that got the plays in play. And
mm.
that's how people get to sit down.
Boy, I'm about to get the complexion plate. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all niggas ain't listening.
So when you
So
get to middle
Put it in.
school, Coach Sheed, I agree with you. When they in middle school, they already got a name. It don't matter. They could have been playing in the wheelchair league. So they parents is going, oh no, they good. Oh yeah, this school came at me and this school came at me. They seen them in one game, and in one game they could have had 20 points in the wheelchair league. The other high school don't know it's the wheelchair league. You know it's the wheelchair league because a lot of stuff with basketball is smoke and mirrors. A lot of stuff is smoke and mirrors. It's
Mm.
the situations that we put our kids in. I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
at this young lady at Rutgers who got sat down because I
Mm.
don't like the transfer portal at all. So
Right.
whatever transpired between her and Coach Keith Washington, which I know personally, she went to Facebook and YouTube and all this and said, I'm sorry to my fans. I'm not
I
playing
saw that.
because my
Yeah.
coach,
Coach
and
decision.
put her
Yep.
name in, said she sit me down. But you ain't say what was your part on why you sitting down, what you didn't do. You might not have went to class for a week. You might be failing something. Nobody ain't looking at that. All you looking at is I need to get on this floor and play. But parents and students have got away with it. You are a student athlete and student is first. If you ain't doing your requirements as a student, you should
Mm-hmm.
not be allowed to get on any floor.
Mm.
Plain and simple. On
There
middle
it is.
school level, because I work at a middle school where the basketball players do whatever they want. I said when they get to high school, their coach is not taking this.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Right.
But if you placate them, the younger they are, they don't gotta work for nothing. Then they ain't gonna work for nothing when they get older.
Yeah.
Plain and
But
simple.
what you can hear, what we can hear is like she said in the household, there was a standard. That's why I was doing this as you was talking. There was a standard. And the standard wasn't set because of a vision of what they wanted. No, the standard was set because of personally what they have done. So it's okay. But I also know Tony also knew in order for her to be as successful as she was, she had to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. So y'all want to be good? Okay, buckle up. Because I got to go here, we got to go there, we got to go here, we got to go there. It just in order to be good, that's what you have to do. Now, you don't want to be good and you just want to do one day at Coach Sheed, that ain't going to cut it. You want to do one day in Miss O'Neil shoot around, it's not going to cut it. You got people who are in there religiously. And
Well, I tell
parents have
people,
to understand that sacrifice whole hop because you got a lot of the young ones. I hope they tuning in because you want to show. The parents have to understand the sacrifice. The same way you're sacrificing by staying at whatever job that may be, that you probably don't even like, with all of the people in there that be talking all of the chatter. It's the same sacrifice you have to make to take your kid to those type of places to elevate their game. And if that kid start giving you, I want to do this, and they're not doing it, then guess what? Save your money. Thank you. And then go on about your business. And let's start being realistic. But if your kid, like she said, waking up, we got training. All right, come on. Because they're going to give you some flack because they kids. But you'll know when they get in that gym, is it still flat or is he in tune? Because I had some
We
kids
had a
that had to.
motto, don't waste my gas. We had a motto, don't waste my gas. I'm not going to drive 30 minutes
Mm,
for you to do nothing.
No,
Tell me
not that.
before we leave the house. Don't
Yeah,
waste my
yeah,
gas. Gas costs money.
yeah.
I stopped waking my son up
You
my son
understand that?
for practice. I'm not waking you up. If this is something that you want to do, you should be
It's
banging
in
on my
you.
door. Dad,
Right.
I got practice. Dad, I
Right.
got workouts. I
Dad,
should be
I'm
getting
about to be
annoyed that you
late.
come to
Dad,
me.
I'm about to be late. Come on.
Right,
Mm-hmm,
right. I shouldn't
mm-hmm.
have to wake you up and no,
I
no.
hope my phone is pointing it the right way. Y'all see this young man with the green on? Hey Dan, you see this young man below you with the green on? He is notorious for teaching you and your kid a lesson, okay? You don't sign your kid up for the training session, your kid come in there, he pull his phone out. I don't see you on my list. Yeah, go over there, 30 burpees. You know what happens in 30 burpees? Your kid looking at you, you looking at your kid. Sorry, I'm sorry. Kid like, motherfucker, you got to these burpees. It's bullshit.
Ain't no
The
sorry
next
shit.
time
I'm
y'all
with
sign
you.
up for Sheed training session, you don't even have to sign him up. He do it himself because he ain't doing them burpees for you. Hold up, bump that, man. Hold on, let me get these things right
Them
here.
burpees be
Sign
a
up for
killer,
this.
man.
Let me sign up for this Sheed class right now because
Listen.
mhm.
Sheet, I'm
It's
on your
act.
side, brother. Sheet, I'm on your side. Zaire broke her foot on a Friday. Her team had to play on Sunday. She went to work out. She said, they was like, what's she doing? I said, she broke her foot, not her hand. I said, sit in this chair, shoot your 500 layups, shoot your 500 jumpers. They was like, I'm calling defect. I said, she ain't complaining. She the athlete. I had her do
That's
20 laps with crutches. Because if you want to be about it, show me you want. I'm with you, Coach. If you want to be about it, Hop, show me you want to be about it. I
listen.
did it. I've been there, done that. I got the video and the DVD. You want to see it? I got it. I
You
can show
already
you.
know. You already
I
know.
got it. I
I'm
got
telling you, man.
receipts for everything that I told my kids. I got receipts. I went to college, played, I got a receipt. Got a championship. I played, got a receipt. Do you have receipts? Because if you don't have receipts,
Mm-mm.
what you say, Coach Sheet, if they ain't on the paper, if they ain't got the paper, you ain't got no receipt,
You
Good
owe
you
night.
dough.
can't participate.
You can't.
Receipts is the thing.
I'm telling you, man. That's just reality of life, though, man. I
And I tell a
mean,
lot of women to stop trying to act like they know a lot about the game. Some of us do, don't get me wrong. But your job is to be your kid's cheerleader, his movie goer. And I'm
who?
giving all y'all can use the phrase. They're a movie goer because they gonna play, they gonna pay because he playing. And they the
Mm,
Uber driver because wherever he got to go, they got to drive. Tell
mm.
them that's their job. Sit
That's
and
their job.
watch a movie. You a movie goer.
Mm,
Watch the movie. Just watch your movie. Because I tell all kids, if you all do your part in my game, you have starred in your own movie, and we all playing the same game.
mm.
So if your job is to rebound, be the rebounder. Let your parents cheer for you getting your 15. If you the shooter,
Mm-hmm.
shoot the ball. Let your parents cheer for you shooting the ball. But if you not the person that's shooting the ball, don't come here today try to be the shooter. That ain't your job. See, you outside of
Mm,
character.
mm, mm, mm.
Step up. You outside of
Woo.
character. And for all these parents who want to tell you their kid ain't playing and where their kid trying to go, I had a young lady tell me, oh, my daughter got an offer to Houston, University of Houston, Division One, and she was 5'1". She a girl. I told her mother, hurry up and take that scholarship before they take it back. She said, no,
Sign
she wait.
now.
What she waiting for ain't coming. She 5'1". And she said, but your daughter, my daughter is 6'1". My daughter averaging 30 a game. And my daughter got a 4.2 GPA.
Can't
Your daughter
forget
5'1".
that.
You can't pay for height. Your daughter 5'1". I told her, hurry up and take that.
Mm,
Her
mm,
daughter
mm,
did well at Houston. Her daughter thought UConn was knocking on the door, and I told her UConn ain't knocking on the door for my daughter. UConn ain't
mm,
knocking on the door for you, baby.
mm, mm,
Parents, you coaches already real with these kids. Start being real with their parents and telling their parents whatever Kool-Aid you got at the house, start giving them water because your Kool-Aid ain't good. Plain and simple.
mm. Yo, I'm saying, hey, B, this is just how it goes. Okay.
I respect all you brothers because you in the trenches with these kids every day because they different. They different.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all was
They
growing up,
different.
y'all wanted to be at the park. Y'all was always outside. Y'all was always wherever it was a court. You was always trying to play nonstop all day long. You only went in the house to use the bathroom, grab a snack, come on back out. These kids got video games and they soup up their man to 99 so they think they could do everything that he could do in the game. No, y'all be real.
Oh,
My
very
man
real.
could do it all on the game, so can I.
Mm, 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 mm. Listen, well, I'm gonna say this. If they don't become realistic, then they'll just finish themselves and they'll be on Fantasy Island. Simple, you
I
know what I mean?
appreciate y'all for listening to me. I just had to jump in because I hear you brothers. If all these women and these men on this line don't hear you brothers, I hear you brothers, and I appreciate you for your time
I love
well
you too.
spent. Your
Love
time
you
is well
too.
spent.
You
Enjoy,
already
guys.
know.
Peace.
T,
Take
I
it
love
easy.
you, girl. Be good. You already
Hey,
know.
Dan, don't start, Dan. Hey, buddy. Come here,
Oh,
buddy.
they about to take over the show.
Yeah,
Hey,
Okay.
I was waiting for somebody to kick it off. Come here, buddy.
So, hey, Brandon.
so I got a side question.
put it on.
Sure, because I think I just lost the show. We about to talk about
I,
Roblox and
I
stuff.
don't know where we going at. So, side note.
My boy, look at my boy. Get him, get him.
Let me put on two hats.
So, how do we? So, do y'all feel the coaches that coach and
Love
but
you.
don't work in the school aren't as connected to the kids because they don't work in the school?
Man, I just did that this
Go
year,
Dan.
and
Go Dan.
100%, I was not as connected to the kids. But
Right.
I had kids text me midweek saying things like, hey, coach, what can I do to get better in this situation with film? I got a kid coming to me at halftime asking me for questions. So if you're a good coach, I don't know that it necessarily matters. The
Mm-hmm.
school probably wants you there, but all of our situations ain't the same.
Or different.
Right? Would you
Right.
be better coach if you were in the school? Yes. But we all can't be there.
But we all can't be in the building.
But
Now,
100%, there's no doubt that if I'm teaching you history, geography, biology, something, and football, we're gonna have a better relationship. There's gonna be a better connection.
Now
Yeah.
you hit it right on the head because I wasn't working in the school, but I was always at the school.
Mhm.
So I didn't start working in the school until 2 years ago. So you definitely start getting into the girls that they talking to, and now you can start talking to them on a different kind of level because you see them all day. So yeah, but like Dan said, it really doesn't matter if you really want to be involved, you'll be involved whether you're in the building or not.
Hot, you good? Okay, that's it. So I'll say this because I had a lot of time out of the school than before I was in the school. And sometimes when you're out the school and you're so locked into the kids, your loyalty goes to the kids. And you kind of believe a lot of what the kids say too, until you go inside and spend some time in that building, like Steve said. And you start realizing, a little more than what I was hearing every day about why things ain't working right with you in this classroom. It's a little than I was hearing about things ain't working with you on the field, because I'm now in the building to see a lot more. So yeah, if I'm in the building, it can help me be a little more involved, a lot better with the relationship. But like Dan also said, we all gonna piggyback on that. If you give a damn, then you're still gonna have the same type of relevance with those kids. The only difference is just gonna be how much of the nonsense or the BS, we could call it, right, that you'll know whether it's happening from kid, teacher, parent. That's the difference. Once you're in the building, you get to see all phases of it. Whether it was him, whether it was the girl, whether it was the teacher, whether it was the parent, like you get to see it all. I remember working at Shabazz High School, and all of a sudden you start noticing kids come to school late every day, and he got a ride. So therefore, I can't be on him or mad at the English teacher that he had first period because she want to flag him because he's never had a class. But he's telling me before I get to the school, because I'm not working at one point, yeah, man, the teacher just be doing too much, and I'm doing the work. I got all of the work done, and I don't even be bothering or disrupting the class. Yes, you are. You are late. Early is on time. On time is late, and late is your ass. And just that one thing right there of arriving to her class late, that ruined everything. Because, and what I want people to understand, you can't be late to my meeting at all. You can't be late to any one of my good brothers I know here practices at all. So don't give football more respect than the stuff that's going to carry you a lot longer than this. Like that, whoo, baby. I'm going to leave it at that. No, both are good. If you're a good coach, you'll be okay. If you're a good coach in the school, you'll be just a little better than I probably will, just because you have more insight. But we'll still have connections because with the time that I'm spending with them, I'm going to build a connection with those guys anyway. That's what I say. Hot, you got something to say about it?
Sir, you muted.
My call. Go ahead. Oh, Hot muted. I was
Yeah,
gonna
he
give him 2
muted.
more minutes. I'm cutting him off.
Oh no, he's not muted, but his sound ain't coming through.
We can't hear you, Hot. If you can hear us, we can't hear you.
Hey, I'm gonna take this small break and depart. I appreciate you guys very, very much for having me on tonight, and I'll be back. What are we in 2 weeks?
Yeah, we're gonna roll back in 2 weeks.
Okay, I'll be back on in 2 weeks. That little one you saw is supposed to be in bed, so I got to go do a dad job. Podcasting all day. Love getting on here and chewing the fat with you guys. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for letting me keep showing up.
Of course,
Talk to y'all
man.
next week.
You got a season pass, man. Get out of here.
Appreciate it.
All right. Hot, you had something to say about, and I know this really is dope because I know you get a lot of the kids after school, you know what I mean, with the whole youth program. So we were trying to figure out, the impact, right? Dan Brandon, is the impact the same or
His
different
sound
or
is still
changing?
gone. You're gonna have to leave and come back.
Yeah, just jump out the room and come back. But what you got, B? Because I mean, you understand. What's your thoughts on it?
So they trying to get me to come into school. So it was this girl. One of the. It wasn't. It's not about the money to me.
Whoa. That right there. You have to understand that in order to enter that building, financials have to be discussed.
So I didn't even get that far. They just asked me, "Hey, we need what they say, hall monitors or something like that." They called it, and they asked me to come in the building. And the lady asked the little girl. I was in there for like 3 days straight. I'm walking through. I'm talking to all the kids, and I know this is high school. These kids think they tough. These kids talk a lot. Blah blah blah. Boom, all that cool. The one lady asked the little girl. She was like, "Hey, you ready to go back to class?" She said, "Bitch, when I'm ready, I'll let you know when the fuck I'm." Nope.
I love those schools.
Shit.
I love those
nah,
schools.
baby.
My
no,
type of place
sir.
right there. My type of place right there. That's why you
Nah.
got to get paid. That's why you gotta get paid.
Y'all
Yes.
got this shit. I said, y'all got it. Because ain't no motherfucking way, boy.
Yeah. As a coach, though, you kind of need a break from it, but I think it benefits. I think it's more of a benefit to be there, to be able to keep an eye on things, a coach's presence, even if it's pop up or whatever the case may be. But as a coach, though, that does it a lot, you kind of need a break from the kids sometimes because you'll be burnt out, and
He
uh,
said, okay.
you do
No,
bond.
but I
You
mean,
do, but
it's
you
different.
you
So
work in the school, so it's kind of
that's what I'm
like
about to
if you're on
say.
the
It's
outside,
different. If you
it's
in
different
high
for
school,
you.
and then I think if your high school is different. Like I think that's why me and she see it
Yeah.
a little different. If you're in the high school, you really kind of want to be with the kids. Like you really do. Like if you coach in high school football, it would be so much more beneficial with you being in the building than you are outside of the building because you can put out a lot of fires before they really get going. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But if you're not in the building, then it's you just got to have people
And,
inside that you can
and,
relate to.
and
On
that's
the
and
little
that's
league side, though, huh? I ain't trying to be in the building with these kids because honestly,
no,
like
me neither. Me neither.
it's
But
it's just different, unless it's a town. If it's just town ball, then maybe I don't mind being in the 7th and 8th grade building. But if it's where the kids are coming from all over, then no, I don't want to be in the building with none of these kids.
So you talking about
The
middle
Raiders
school or you talking about high
I know
school?
for me,
I just gave you two avenues. I said me and she did the high school things. I said in the
yeah,
high school ranks, you would like to be in the building. If you can't be in the building, then you need to know somebody that's in the building. Reason why you would like to be in the building, this is just for me and she can answer for himself. You get to put out a lot of fires before they get started.
yes, yes.
Okay. You get to help
That's the
kids
benefit of it.
navigate a lot of things
That's
because
the
you're in the
benefit of it.
midst of it in the high school side. I said, but as far as the little league side, the difference in that is if it's town ball. So I'm in West Orange, okay? If I'm coaching the town team in West Orange and I'm
Hmm.
I'm in the 8th grade school with the 8th graders, then that works. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But in some little leagues, they don't have everybody from the same town playing. So
Right,
what's the sense
like
of me
us.
being in the building if all of the kids ain't even in the building anyway? And little league, because little league is different from high school.
Right. I
I was
definitely see both sides of that. I definitely do because I've been on the both sides, but
I ain't getting cursed out for no money though.
eh,
no. I would definitely say like for parents that are considering different schools, different high schools,
Uh-huh.
that should play a little part in the decision because I'll tell you why. And that's probably one of the decisions I wish I would look deeper into before I sent my son what I did. Having having a coach, okay, especially for certain people,
Mm-hmm.
culture wise, help with the culture fit in certain places. Because
Exactly.
every culture, every play school does not relate well to certain kids. And
Mm-hmm.
having that buffer and having that coach there kind of helps that kid adjust or kind of helps them adjust to that new culture. Having a support system there. Now, if you're sending a kid, like, okay, if you're from North and you're sending your kid to Bergen or in that area like that, yeah, school, nice, all right, whatever. But that's a different type of culture that you're accustomed to. And they may not be you know, it may not be an easy transition. So I think
Mm-hmm.
having a coach there that look like you may help a lot with a lot of the transitions that's going on.
Well, they understand you, right? They will help with the transition as long as that coach is in that building. And I mean, coaching the building helps you out in a few different ways. When colleges come by, we can navigate that for
You
you.
might need somebody to talk to
Might need somebody to talk to just in
that
case, things are
understand you.
going left. You know, you might have, again, like I always said, you know, he's already going left. I can stop him from jumping off the bridge or stop him from them throwing them off the bridge. You know,
Right.
all
Where
of these
certain
things,
coaches can't relate to that.
right? And but all of these things are predicated upon who that coach is.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Like, because the coach
If
could
he could
come,
be in
a kid could come to Coach Don,
he got English. He teaching English right now. He
right?
can't come out of that classroom. He come out of that classroom. You know what I mean? So it kind of depends. And then, you know, it depends on how invested that coach is too. I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
just because he's in the building don't necessarily mean much of that either. You have to,
That's the other part to it. Yes.
you know, you got to understand the
Absolutely.
big picture of why you want, you know, why you're sending your kids to that school. But I mean, I'm sorry, I'm. It seems to me, man, I'm just running into people that just like the colors of schools and what they done,
The
what they done
uniforms,
last year.
the
The colors
uniforms.
and what they did last year. I mean, that's what it comes down to. It don't come down to
You know,
nothing else, man. I mean,
uniforms.
Yeah,
You
I,
gotta dive.
that's
You
something I
gotta
tell
dive
high
deep.
school
I'm
guys.
out the game now, man. So you know, matter than me no more. Yeah,
Nah,
for real.
Whatever,
it's
man.
something you even tell the high school guys when they're talking to these schools. Yeah, you want to talk to the head coach. That's cool, but you want to get to know your position coach because that's who you're gonna really spend
Yes.
most of your time with. Like you really not
Yes.
you ain't talking to your head coach for real.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna be
Yes.
with your position coach especially at the collegiate level. That's who you're really gonna be interacting with. So
Yeah.
yeah, I spoke to the head coach, but your position coach is an asshole. You ain't gonna have a good time.
Right.
No, at
And they
all.
damn sure don't want to talk to your parents. So, you know.
Well, how depend when we get into the collegiate level, your parents ain't. It doesn't matter. It's just an adult. Well, don't talk to parents.
Yeah.
In college, your
It's like that in
child
some
is
of the, it's
now an
like that in
adult.
some of the high schools now too. Like, yo, in high school, man, ain't nobody trying to talk.
And
Look,
the crazy thing, we could do this for the next show. I'm gonna send it to you, B. I saw a post on Instagram. I think a college coach was talking to parents, and it was like, well, when we go to these camps and we're looking at you and we're seeing how you play, we're gonna look in the stands. If I don't know who your
yep,
parent is, that's a great thing.
yep,
But if I can identify who your parent is, that is a red flag for me.
yep,
Mhm.
yep.
I'm gonna find that clip and send
Let's
it to you
get that
guys.
one.
But
Let's get that one.
Get
Yep.
that, get that. Make sure I get that one.
yeah, he's like, if I can identify who your parent is, we got a problem because when things get rough or things get tough, we don't want to deal with that. But if I have a hard time finding out who your parent is, then that's a good sign because we're gonna
Right.
look for the parents because we have to talk to the parents as far as recruiting is concerned.
Yeah.
But even when I was at the junior college level and I carried it over to now coaching high school and being in this recruiting space, I like talking to parents. I recruit parents. I need to know what your temperament is. And that's why I'm going to be upfront and honest from the gate. And you can call me an asshole if you want, but at least I'm honest and consistent.
Consistent is what he is.
So if you want me to call me an asshole, I'll be a consistent asshole. As long as
Mhm.
I'm consistent. But you
I
can't
want to talk.
you can't say I can't tell you.
I want to talk to you off the record too, because I got a question.
Hey man,
Oh,
come on now. I got time for that. Don't worry, I got time for that.
yeah,
Hey,
anytime.
No, that's
what you
specifically
got?
you.
Because you stuck me, B. You got me turned up, and you let me get 2 hours. I
Yeah,
only wanted
you was
1
going
hour.
today.
I only wanted 1 hour.
Okay.
That's okay.
You ready for me now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Since I'm the one over here fucking up and shit. I mean, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Can't be my fault, baby. You know what I mean?
I saw it every game. Watch how many people are making quote unquote business decisions.
Just getting started.
Okay. And it's just getting started. And I got really focused on this. Okay. With the way the portal is and the way it's immediate eligibility, there's no leverage for accountability. So when the player does need his ass ripped for kicking the ball, when the kid does need his ass ripped for celebrating down 30, when the player does need his ass ripped for not fitting the run and then throwing his skirt up because he's scared of contact because his freaking street agent got in his ear and said, "Hey man, we don't need you to get hurt because you're gonna get drafted here." there's no accountability to say, hey, we're not doing that shit. Go sit your ass on the bench, because you'll sit them on the bench and they'll fucking leave. And then you don't have the depth to replace them. So coaches have lost now I want to say coaches, athletic departments have lost the leverage to hold immature kids accountable. That's my official statement for the history of the show. From now on,
Man, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. I forgot I sent this, and that was so powerful, man. But it kind of transitions to what we was talking about earlier too, with holding these kids accountable, being honest, and like honestly, you know what it really come down to? Not being scared to lose a kid. Like, if you can coach, if you love coaching, if you really like get into trying to help kids get better, got it, she. Yo, it's one of those things where I don't care who don't come, who don't stay. I don't. I'll tell you the truth. In this last year that just passed, I was D-line coach at West Orange High School, right? And I had a whole brand new defensive line, brand new guys. Like none of the guys had any varsity reps, any of them. And I don't talk about those up 40, down 40 type of games. I'm talking about varsity reps. Okay, none of the guys had varsity reps. And you know what? And for some guys that get those type of kids like that, they don't do well because they don't, don't take pride in it. They don't take, the type of, don't take the accountability and want to be like, watch what I do with these guys. Watch how I turn these guys up. Man, I turned them dudes up something crazy where our numbers from the 1 year to the year prior were phenomenal. And I ain't gonna bring it up, but just talk about another time. But it's one of those things where I ran a 3-man front. I had about 6 guys in my rotation. If a guy wanted to leave, I'm like, leave, I don't care. If a guy don't make a play, you know what I was doing? You're out. And the job will get done. And I don't care if it's going to be you, or you, the job is going to get done. I have a standard, and that's the standard. But you got some people who's scared of holding the standard. You put it here, job gonna get done. I don't care if it's you or you. No, don't leave me, man. Please, man. If you leave, I ain't gonna have no winning season. Mom, can we have a conversation? I heard you thinking about leaving. Man.
See ya.
Because they can't develop talent. They don't take pride in developing talent.
Yep.
That's
what it is right there.
And trying to take the kid, how me and Hawk would always say, the ones that don't nobody want, right? They don't take pride in taking that kid and watch me turn that kid up to somebody that everybody gonna want. They don't take no pride in that kid. But I know those kids. She know those kids. I know those kids personally. Some of those kids who wasn't on people's high list, but people took time into them. I'm pointing like this. I'm hoping I'm pointing at both of y'all in the cameras too. They took time into kids, developed them young men, and now some of them young men is y'all kids' favorite players.
Yeah, because now coaching is about recruiting, and that's really it. Getting ready-made players, hence quote unquote the portal. I'll give you an example. When I was at the junior college, I had a defensive end in high school. He was 6'4", 190 pounds, and we helped develop him into an All-American at Temple. So people don't have pride with that. And that same kid, his second year of junior college, he was about to set the record. And his head got a little big. And I sat him down. I told my offensive coordinator, I said, who's more important to this team right now, him or me? His name is Malcolm Eugene. Because I have pride in that the next guy behind him, he can get the job done.
You don't get it done.
It wasn't we need him to play. Nah, coach, he's getting crazy. He need to sit down. Who's gonna replace him? I got somebody for that. Don't worry about it.
I got that.
And that's one of the reasons why, like where I'm at now, we create that competitive environment because you don't want to even give them the inkling that they're pigeonholing you. Oh, well, they need me. No, No, you don't. No, if you're doing what you're supposed to do as far as developing your players and coaching to the max that you're supposed to, is the next man up. Just like if you get hurt, next man up. I'm in around now. I mean, you guys see more consistency at players that practice now, but on us, we rely on the parents and stuff to bring the kids. So every day, yeah, you may have 26 on your roster, but the chances of all 26 being at practice every day is not realistic for us. So I tell the coaches, oh well, we got to do something else because this person ain't here. We only got 17. No, we don't. If this was a fucking game on Sunday or Saturday, we got to play with what we got, right? So you coach these players up to the best of their ability. Oh, the quarterback ain't here. Okay, the backup gets the reps. That's it. When he come back or whatever, it is what it
They
is.
don't,
Somebody ain't get
they don't
spot. You
make
don't
them
go
like
to
they
work.
used to. She
No,
don't make them like they used to.
no.
You
I
don't go to
remember
work.
coaching.
Somebody else
I
gonna do your
remember.
job. The business ain't gonna close down.
Pop, I think you could bear witness to this, man. And I remember coaching Little League football. I probably might have had, I ain't gonna lie to you, 11 kids, 10 kids while at practice. Now, I could have easily just say, you know what, we're gonna run skeleton and just run plays, 11, run them routes on air. You know what I did? Because I want to make sure everybody get better. I went half line. You know what? I got 11. No problem. No problem. That means I got a center, a guard, and a tackle. That's 3. Give me a D tackle and a D end. That's 5. I got a
Yep,
receiver. That's 6. Give me a
yep.
corner. That's 7. I got a quarterback. That's 8. Give me a linebacker. That's 9. I got a running back. That's 10. Give me an outside linebacker. That's 11. We're gonna work half the field. We're gonna work
And
this half. Because you
yeah,
know
give me
why?
give me
Because
give me a coach
everybody got
stand
to
out on
get
it.
better. I'm not sitting there. Well, I guess I only got 11 kids. Yeah, that kid is like, well, coach, I only got 17 kids. 17, you can't get it done, man. Boy, that's
I know, I know
this era
coaches
right
don't
here.
Right,
panic when
right.
Yo,
they
That's the
that's this era right here. See, they don't know how to get it from them. Everybody be hollering
what?
mud babies and trenches. They don't understand, man. They don't understand.
Yeah, I know
Oh my
some coaches
God.
right now that'll panic when they don't have they start playing the game. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, yeah,
Totally lost.
yeah,
Totally lost.
yeah.
I've been at a game where I told them like, yo, he's not playing. I'm not playing him. Like the flack that I got this week in practice, he's not playing. But coach, he's not playing. And then the replacement go in, and all you see is like, damn, D.
He's
Look,
hungry.
everybody ready. Everybody ready around here. I tell, like you just said, it's the next man up. I speak life into where everybody's still understand what that means. I'm in Chicago. Took my young man out to Northwestern right now. Okay, so shout out to Marquette Dorsey going out to Northwestern, starting the journey early. It's gonna be a dope ride. We're here for you. So, but I'm sitting down with the DB coach. See, 'cause like you said, that's gonna be the guy that's gonna be doing all of the talking in the work, right? And he's like,
He's
"Yo,
another one I saw the development
I,
over the years, man. Proud of that kid. I
and
saw the
still got work to
development over the
do.
years and still
He
got work
still
to
got
do.
work to do. You know what I'm saying?
But
We talk
still,
about
it's
it all the time.
the development in that kid over the years.
But
eh,
check it out, huh? Check it
it's
out, huh?
great.
I'm gonna give it to you. DB coach said, "Yo, hey Don, you know, I like that big corner, like that. I need more of them now. I'm hitting the road today. It's Monday. Today, he on the road right now. He getting his replacement right now. We done had the conversation. If not getting a replacement, just getting another guy in the mix. Because if one go down, I gotta. This ship still got the roll. Didn't you just say how they getting paid too? You said they getting
Yeah,
paid too, right? Huh? So at the end of the
yeah.
day, I can't put all of my eggs on the Don Massey basket. Man, what if that kid get hurt? I can't get
Gotta keep the
mad
heat on.
if that kid not here to practice. So if we, like you said, huh? We had a game today, we had a forfeit, all because Don Massey didn't show up today. And shit don't say, and yeah, I get it. I'm saying it wrong. Let me hold you for a minute. This shit don't say Coach She. Okay, this should say who it say. That shirt you say don't say no kid. That shirt you got on don't say no kid name, no parent name. It is what it is, and there's a standard in there. And it's up to the real coaches to uphold that standard. Talk about I can't coach because they got 17 kids. Nigga, please. I'm out there in the grass and the mud, half a team going at it, talking about something. He can't get it done. Hey, B, you got kids out there trying to figure out whether they want to go to school or steal a car. You know what I mean? That I can't coach them.
They go steal a car and bring it back to the school.
Hey, I had a couple of them too. Shout out to the real ones from the mud. That's
Oh
real
my
trench
God.
stuff. That's real trench stuff. Shout out to my dude. I ain't saying no names. You know, we don't do no snitching around here. But I'm big shout out to my guys, man. I knew dudes that after work, they go to the corner store, they go grab the bag, they go grab the blunt, hit the blunt, come back up to the top part, run suicide. And you telling me I got jokers out here getting dropped off in the car and they can't run? Man, you ain't hungry enough. You ain't hungry enough until you've been hungry enough, man. Come on, boy. Those moms be hungry though. Dads be hungry like my girl Tonette said. They be hungry. Look at my boy. Look at my boy. What about him? What about him? I little Day get right. And he get right. Like what you want to do? What you can do with them type of guys? Nothing. So just tell your son, you know, be a good guy, be a student. It's good for him to be a student because in the real world, he's gonna want that education. He's gonna need that education. Because in the real world, ain't no mommies, ain't no daddies like that. Okay, that don't matter no more. Only thing that matters is you got it and you don't. It's who you know and who you don't. That's the only thing that matters. You know, you're trying. I'm gonna call my mom and see if my mom could give me the job. Boy, you ain't gonna do nothing. Your mom gonna kick you right out for that new boyfriend.
Eventually you're gonna be the mom or the dad. Hopefully.
Not the new boyfriend.
Hey, listen, I keep it all the way G real. I keep it all the way G real, B. They be thinking from 8 to 18. That's mama baby. That mama baby. Once he don't get to that pit, records, all of mama got a new baby. mama got a new bag. Once he don't get to that higher up, please. Daddy got a new bag.
I need an empty nest.
Daddy got look, daddy telling you, young man. Your mom held you down long enough now. Time you be a man. Yeah, that's life. That's reality right there setting there. That's why it's up to real people to not be pillow talking and give kids the straight up God's honest truth about how it's going to work if they don't prepare themselves. You got to prepare yourself for anything. And always like plan A, plan B, plan C. Like, you got to prepare yourself. So if there's no NFL, then okay, what's it? Because there's a career in the NFL? Because I can do a career in the NFL too. There's not a career in the NFL. Okay, so then is it a career back home? Because I know some good people back home here, they hook me up. Is there not a career back home? Then what is it? It can't just be let me do this. Can't just be sitting your ass on this type of shit. Because you ain't gonna sit your ass on this shit. Tell you that shit right now. You get your ass out of it.
Situational awareness. Okay, shorty. I see you pay attention to everything around. You know what I mean? Situational. You got use your surroundings for a point.
Right.
Hey,
you see him, right? He always got some props.
Listen, man. Y'all already know, man, because I have to, man. You gotta get it. You gotta eventually the show, like Tonette said, like you know, you're part of the movie. Eventually the movie goes off. And how will they write the script? You're gonna write the script where you rolled off into the sunset and you was one of those stand-up dudes, man, where you went to high school, you gave it all, you did your best, and you went to college, you did your best, you came back, you did forward, and everybody's like, yeah, that's my guy right there. He's a really good dude. Or you just gonna be that guy that, you know, what was that kid that used to play?
That roster is huge.
Then we used to talk about that. That's the Notorious B.I.G., right? What's his name? Dark Skin Jermaine. See what I mean? You're nobody. So you gotta understand how this works.
Yo,
Prepare
B,
I
you
bet
yourself.
feeling
we. I
good
bet.
tonight, B.
I bet all of us. I bet all of us have an all-star roster with backups of those kids. Uh,
Uh, you
where are
know,
they now?
they
Segment.
hot.
You
You know,
know
hot. The one that used to run the ball and with one arm like this. You know, baby.
Where
Let
he
me
went.
do
what
this.
happened to him?
Let me do this. As a 7th and 8th grader, let me do this. I'm trying to speak to the world. As a 7th and 8th grader, start identifying what position that kid should be playing. Start identifying whether it's this the sport for him or not. Like you get like from, and hopefully you're starting your kids off early. If you're not, I get that too. That's okay. But like from like 3rd grade to 6th grade, it's like, let them go out there and do whatever. 7th and 8th grade, start being realistic. Start being honest. Let's start trying to narrow this thing down. Okay, he can't be looking like a lineman. You're trying to make him play quarterback. We can't do that no more. We got to just throw that away. He can't be a receiver. He's looking like a defensive lineman. We got to be honest. Okay, let's start being honest. 7th and 8th grade year. Now, once we be honest, 7th and 8th grade year, it will help you moving forward. Like Coach Shee said, asking coaches the right questions to get to the high school level and picking out which high school works for you. But you need to pick a high school, like Hawk said, where it's somebody that you know that can relate to them. Because if it's not somebody they can relate to, just got him out there, he's straight off of the block or block tendencies, and you want to send him up there to the suburbs, he ain't gonna make it unless he got him somebody that's from the block, understood what the block is, and he's at that school, and maybe he can help, change him a little bit, cultivate him, so that way he won't get caught and lost in the sauce. And that's got to start happening from that 7th and 8th grade to the 9th grade. And once he gets to this 9th grade level, you start becoming serious. Mom, dad, uncle, aunt, brother, sister. Start being serious about, is this going to be the sport? Start investing in the sport. Off-season training is here. Recovery training is there. Like, you have to. You heard what Tonette said. It was a morning, school, night. Like, you already know. B, go get it.
Sir,
I would definitely say
they
7th
are
grade.
turning these kids at 5 and 6 years old. These
Yeah.
kids are in basements throwing balls at 5. These 7-year-olds
Yeah.
are no longer 7U
Yeah.
is no longer a run first team.
And
They
guess what?
are running double reverse passes and shit.
Right. And then if you have been in this since he was 5 and now he's 15 and you still don't know, somebody done failed the test.
Well, he got
So
bad
been out
highlights
there
when he was young.
from 5 and now we 15 and we still trying to make him what he was at 5.
Because he's the same size as he was at 5, at 15.
I ain't the same size. I can't do it no more. So I don't understand. And if you look how they say the man in the mirror, and if the people look in the man in the mirror, they ain't the same size they was when they was in high school. So we need to start getting real with the situations.
Hey, Coach Sheet, get your man's Coach Sheet. Get your man's.
Hey,
I'm on that shit
you
today.
feeling good tonight, man. I don't know.
He's feeling real
Hey,
good
yo,
tonight. He got the props
that
going. He got the
yeah.
Cat Williams going.
Got the Cat Williams rolling strong tonight. But I'm
He
just
said
saying,
he said an hour. We over.
it be Brandon Funk.
Oh, I knew you was gonna fucking.
It's always Brandon Falk.
I was quiet and just chilling the whole time.
That's funny.
You know why? Because Brandon gives me this tremendous platform, man. And Don Massey does not talk a lot. I mean, I guess when I'm around people I know, Brandon, that was kind of silly. When I'm around people I know, people I trust, people that ask me questions, and yeah, I can't be long-winded like a pastor. Yeah, but I don't really use the social media platform. I don't really go live like how you had the Cam Newtons or have people around me recording my stuff and posting it out. So you have definitely opened up an avenue where I actually get to speak the truth and the reality to some of these people. And I know some people might just think, oh, that's just the gospel according to Don. Check Don Coach Facts. Check my Coach Facts. I challenge anybody to go through my list and ask me if they want to spend time with me and say, why do you know what you know? I will give you the Coach Facts. Everybody that has ran this race ran it the right way and ended up in the right spot. Check Coach Shee, Coach Facts. I'm just telling you, it's not a lie. And you're not just going to be like, oh, this happened last year. It's not just a last year stat, okay? But she ain't just a champion from last year. And it ain't even a state championship stuff because she has been who she was. I got kids who I trained, mentored. They done played with she. LT, Juice, like, you know what I mean? Like, these dudes, like, they looking at she like, holy shit, I'm looking at she like, who the fuck is you? So, like, this just kind of how it goes. Check
Wow.
the coach facts. Check the coach facts. But this is what I'm trying to say in so many words. It's Brandon's fault because Brandon gives me the platform, right? But it's my fault because I just can't tolerate people keep going to the auto mechanic knowing they need to go to the doctor. Like, stop doing
I
the
believe in
bullshit.
specialists. I believe in specialists, man. I believe
You
in
know what?
specialists.
You know what we need, We need a Denzel for Man on Fire. Denzel and Man on Fire. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie, but you didn't see it, go check it out, man. This little
Professional.
white girl that get kidnapped, you know what I'm saying? And Denzel was the bodyguard. Remember, he was kind of going through some issues and stuff in that.
He was an
But he
alcoholic.
had to show them he had issues. You know,
Yeah, he played an alcoholic a lot. Now that you think about it.
Hey, fellas.
The
The
airplane
new
movie.
game is called
My
We
bad.
Listen and We Don't Judge.
I wish I had more time.
Right. But in this movie, again, he's going to every kidnapper, killer, whatever, and he's asking them simple questions. Where's she at? Where's she at? And everybody keeps saying, I'm a professional.
I'm a
I'm a
professional.
professional. I'm a professional. And you know what he do? He professionally kills their ass. That's what Coach's Corner is here to do. I'm going to professionally kill every one of these pillow talking street agents, sorry motherfuckers. I'm just letting it be known right now. 25, I'm alive. DM recruiting is real. If you're not tapped into DM recruiting, you need to. It's a very, very important tool. It's going to help you young men get to the levels that you aspire to be on. And there's not going to be no pillow talking. It's not no smoke and mirrors. It's the truth. It's reality. So make sure anybody got questions, tap in, hit my inbox. For $25.80, you're going to be hit with so much information that if you don't grab it, it's your fault, not ours. Along with the training sessions. We got great training sessions that's going on at Pro Edge with Coach She and all of my good brothers up there. I know we got Coach Amara, Coach Samin McDonald. I forgot, I'm saying, I'll be babbling. But I got a lot of good dudes. I'm going to give you the floor if we can talk about them in a minute. But there's great trainers over there that's doing some great shit. Excuse my French, but I'm turned up right now. You already know. Because I'm in some shy. So if I'm in a shy, I'm feeling like, guess what? I ain't from 63rd. Y'all already know. Bang.
Oh,
so now,
no. It's time to go.
I'm turned. Yeah, about that time.
Oh, no.
I'm going to be a meme. My kids know what time it is when I get turned up. So now, if y'all got some good training, what is he talking about? Ooh, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. There's some good training that's happening with me right now. Don Massey and the Driven Minds, and I'm partnered up with Center Court. We have some really good things that's booming. Tell you, I mean, it's not every day. I kind of did something intentional. If anybody can see the schedule, I did something kind of intentional that is not on certain days. So you can kind of actually do a couple of things if you're smart about what you're smart about. But hey, that's up to you, because some people don't want to train here with the best, train there with the best. Some people want to train with the coddle guys, with the pacifiers. They want to make sure, that baby got his stuff. So that's how that shit rolls. I ain't gonna be that guy. She ain't that guy. B, all right, sign me out. I'm done.
Is that how we close it out, or is that you want to just alley-oop to somebody else and let somebody else dunk the ball?
You can drop the mic, man.
I'm trying to get y'all the floor. I want to get out of here. I'm at my 2-hour limit. I'm running hot. All right, but you already know, man. I'm very appreciative of you, man. You already know. I'm very appreciative of you, Sheed, and Hawk. You've been new, man. Hawk is the creator of the monster. Just in case the world don't understand why I be acting why I'm acting, is because that guy over there, he's the one that made the monster. So, hey, Brandon, how is your fault? You could switch it and say it's Hawk's fault. All right, it's Hawk's fault. He's the one that started all of this. Because I could have just been at, work minding my business. I'm telling you, it's Hawk's fault. Ask him off air.
No, I said this ain't hot potato. We ain't just passing the shit around.
Well, it ain't my fault, so it's gotta be somebody's fault. I'm telling you right
now.
As long as we don't blame the kids.
Stop lying to the people, Don.
As long as we
Stop
don't
lying
blame
to
the
the people.
kids.
Talking about you lying to the people. Talking about you don't talk. Don, you can talk.
I
Shit,
do
he
have the
showed
gift
it.
of
What we
gab.
at 219, and he talked for an hour and
Don,
a half.
Don was one of the happiest people when they went to unlimited plans. Fucking minutes? What?
Oh man, shut up, man. Whatever, bro. Whatever.
Oh
I heard. Nah, man. Like I said, man, I'm just the voice of reason, man, in the in a world where people don't like the reason, but it's all good, man. Tap in, tune in. Driven Minds, DM Football 258. Wherever you can find me, man, you better find me. Or you go to the heart doctor and tell them that you need an oil change and see how that works out for you. You feel me?
right. I did want to ask O'Neal, or there's somebody on here from a I want to hear the females' perspective on the new rule changes and how it affect them. If we can get something going on that,
Try to do
if you know
women's
some,
sports. Let's do women's sports.
yeah, I want to see because I mean we get into the football talk a lot and stuff like
Heavy.
that.
Yeah, heavy. Yeah, we probably do
So
need to diverse it a little bit.
how did that affect them? As far as the new rules and all of that other kind of stuff like that.
I almost
Just
said
want to
something.
hear their perspective on it.
I almost
'Cause
said something.
Last show, we
Word
just
is
shut
bought. I
the fuck
almost
down.
said something.
Nah, get him off the show.
I bet it don't affect. I bet it don't affect the girls and how it affect the boys.
Yeah,
B, just cut it, B. Just cut it.
yeah.